Presto. Because we're here now.
No background.
Only silence.
As close to the microphone as possible.
Oh god.
I missed you guys.
ASMR stream.
Let's freaking go!
Pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic
No!
capacity.
Unlocking PTSD.
There we go. Getting my friends here. Oh yeah. Flair, Kaylin, Overgrowth. How have y'all been? Yeah, it's been a while.
It has been a while. I've been doing well.
I got stranded in the mountains for several days.
She did. For a few days.
Oh yeah, I heard about that story.
Yeah, I'm okay now. Thankfully, my partner had cousins up there that included a mechanic that was able to fix our car.
Yay!
Yeah.
But it was a couple very stressful days of how am I gonna get home? I'm 4 hours from home. I want to go home.
No time to start walking.
No.
No.
Still missing one person.
I know.
Yeah, Bright said that they were running a little behind.
It's all good. I think everyone's here, but let's review your roles for case 2, since we are definitely going to start that today.
I just checked that. I am apparently Miles.
Yes! You're Miles again. Hooray.
I just know that I should be done with the first case.
Mm-hmm. And we
Yeah,
have...
I have escaped cross country.
Let's see.
Does it have an opening cutscene?
Case 2 does not have an opening cut. Well, it has an opening cutscene, but there's no dialogue during it. So.
We're gonna nail it, this guys. Just practice silence. Right?
I'll not talking.
I'll press this button.
Yep. Excuse us a bit more, chat. We're just waiting one more person, and we'll get right back into the thick of things. And excuse my coughing. I'm a little bit sick.
You are not excused.
Ah! Fine. Alright, I'm testing everyone's levels. I think...
Oh, I get Regina Berry.
Mm-hmm. I'm being told you have to hydrate, yes. Especially under the weather. Slurp.
I think
Drink.
Hydrate with Tylenol. Chug that cough syrup.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of tea this afternoon. I'm good.
Chug,
I-
chug.
I am feeling okay enough to stream. Well, yeah, that's fine. I meant to say that I can
Testing
still
levels,
voice that.
testing levels, 1, 2, 1, 2, testing levels.
Sound good. The only one that's a bit quiet would be Overgrowth here. Is it just me?
I'm always a bit quiet.
Yeah, you're gonna need to make her louder.
I've have her at like
I have
200%.
ways to do that.
I mean, let me move a little closer.
Is there any way you can make yourself louder, Katie?
Yeah, I can. Let me adjust all of my things. Because the main reason is that I don't have a good place to sit right next to my mic.
Oh,
I can try.
we have a request from the chat. I have my good friend Serenity in the audience, and they're asking all of us here at the dub team to say hi to her. Hello.
Hello!
Hi, Serenity.
Hello.
Things to you.
Hi. I'm here.
Yeah,
Legon is
Wanting to
filled
play
with
more
joy.
100 line, but I'm here.
Yeah, 100 hours in the game? That's insane.
You're barely scratched the surface.
Oh my god.
I only have 20 endings.
You have
20
20
endings.
things? We haven't even got one!
Wait, which game?
The 100 line.
The game that has been making us. By the way, Flair, if I am not too tired after dub,
Oh. Okay.
Just no context.
There's-
Let's not elaborate.
I don't even need. You need to say anything else. I understand.
I will.
I feel like I
'cause
need a...
I
I'm
Flair,
just
I don't
waiting.
work. I don't
Kalen,
work.
bad, Kalen.
I'm just waiting for someone to clip that out of context.
No, we're just doing 100 line, I swear.
Yeah, but it's funnier if you remove the context.
But yeah, no, I do not work tomorrow, and the only thing I have tomorrow is in the evening.
Hooray.
Well, technically, the afternoon.
Wait a second. You're doing 100 lines?
Yes, we've done
No.
more than 100
That is,
lines.
that is a lot of coke.
Closer to six. Closer to 6 million.
Oh, hey, there's Bright.
Yay.
We're so tired.
Yeah, we're all here. Welcome
What's
back.
What's this Wii business?
I'm so tired.
Yeah, that's more.
Oh, already before the stream actually starts. The Red Ska with another subscription for 3 months. Congrats. Thank you.
Yay.
Thanks for the love. Thanks for supporting me and the dub team.
Huzzah.
We'll try to be here more often.
Mainly Zeus. He doesn't pay us.
Yeah, I'm like
Guess you're getting paid.
I'm like Edgeworth in his chat. All right, since everyone's
Don't
here,
worry. I can afford the ramen.
I want to turn off the music.
That's all you can afford.
Only ramen, nothing else. In
Can
fact,
we
not
get
even
the bots
ramen.
in here?
Just the broth for the ramen.
No, you see, a Gumshoe has 3 meals a day. The ramen, the flavor packet, and then the package.
Oh my god.
Been a while, Pegasus. This is NSK. I know you are the Red Skull. I know you are. I'm glad to have you here again. Hopefully you can stay for a while and enjoy shenanigans as we wrap up Case 1 and dive headfirst
Look
into
at
Case
how
2.
buff that guy is. He's
Look at how buff he is. In fact, he's actually not that buff. He's just fat and sucking in all of the air.
He's like All Might.
First of all,
The
how
present.
dare you?
No,
I
All
am-
Might isn't that.
I need to connect, by the way.
All right, right.
Yes, get the bots in here.
So
Yeah, that too.
there you go.
Yeah, let me get the bots ready.
You should have direct control.
Assuming direct control.
Actually, hold on, Legon. I am going to hit officially the record button. We are officially recording.
I don't.
I
And
was about to say.
Yeah,
We
we
need
should be
that.
recording. If you aren't, I'm going to be concerned. Also, I cannot do anything.
All right, everything's up and running now.
not quite.
hold
Now
up.
comes
Hold
the
up.
thinking.
Keyboard, mouse. There you go. I took away your gamepad privileges. Thou shalt not have gamepad privileges. I forbid it. There you go. Just click load. It will sync up, and then there we go.
All right, ready? All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Trigger.
Did my clap even go through?
I don't know. I
We'll
can't
find out in playback.
find out in post.
All right, we're back. We're back. Here we go.
Let's finally put him in checkmate.
All right,
Is, uh,
now that I've had this gun pointed at me for like 2-3 weeks now.
My fucking arm, Edgeworth. I swear to God.
You think it's easy making this face?
Yes, compared to holding this gun at the end of my arm. All right.
She's jaws have got to be hurting by now.
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
no, my jaw is just so tired, guys. Can I please? You don't know how.
Kay and
my
Gumshoe
mouth
have
is
permanent
so
lockjaw now.
dry. My mouth is so dry.
This is so.
least you're still able to speak. I can barely say anything.
I'm just clenching my teeth. Because the only one back into a corner here is you.
That's gonna need
I
some
call it
serious
at least
dental
3
work.
flies.
Is it lagging for anybody else?
What?
No.
Are we good?
It's good on my end.
You want me to restream it?
My
Wait, what went wrong?
it's
I can see
my-
this. I can see the game fine.
No, my audio is ahead of my video.
Here,
it
hold
gonna
on.
fix itself, or
I'm gonna-
are you good?
I'm gonna click
Nope,
stop
never
streaming,
mind.
and then I'm going to reshare it. Does that fix it? Doop doop.
I mean, I won't know until you click something.
All right, but I gotta do the line. Damn it!
Well,
There's no denying it. Forensics prove that the gun and the bullet are a match. The bullet that killed Rook was fired from the gun you found in the spectator area. So who pulled the trigger? It can't have been me. I was up on stage, which leaves your little friend. The hack killed Rook. She's the murderer, and you just proved it. Hope you remember what happened in this case, guys. But that sums it up. My final argument. Your move, Edgeworth. But just remember 2 things. 1, where you found that gun. And 2, which gun the fatal bullet came from. Whichever way you look at it, I can't have been the shooter.
Unless you switched the guns at some point.
gah, how did it come to this?
You tell
By
me.
gameplay.
By the way, is that better, Overgrowth? It should be starting.
Katie? Oh,
She's muted.
she's
On my
she's
side.
muted.
I
Gotcha.
tried to reset something on my side, and now I'm in the void.
No.
Wait, what?
In the void? Oh no.
I'm
Why-
in the
hold on.
void. My Discord is just stuck on the little loading page.
Oh, we can hear you though.
It's so
I can
weird.
hear all you. Okay, I'm back from the void.
Are you good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and the president, we admitted to faking the assassination attempt. Now it's your turn to admit something. Who the killer really is.
Please take your finger off the goddamn trigger.
There's no way Tabby did it. Is there?
Yep, she did it. All right, let's go. Don't let him get to you, Kay. We just need to go over his statements again. There must be something further we can deduce from them.
Okay, let's do this, Mr. Edgeworth.
You almost punched me right in my face, Kay.
It
That
was
would
great.
have done my job for me. Thanks.
I think she does that a lot.
Oh, I love this music.
All right, where are we going with this?
Time to press all the things.
Oh, yeah, we know what happened. We just need to prove it.
Hold it! No, that's...
Objection! What was it you said? That forensics would back you up?
Ugh.
How does it feel to be shot in the chest by your own conclusive proof, huh? Not so good, I imagine.
The bullet and the gun are a match, Mr. Edgeworth. That kinda has to mean Tabby pulled the trigger, no? I can talk.
Even so, I simply cannot accept that.
That's sad. There's no denying the evidence.
There isn't... Blah. There isn't. So what am I missing?
He switched the guns.
Later, Gumshoe, hold on. If I assume Miss Lloyd to be innocent, then the gun and the bullet shouldn't be a match.
I'm posing in your thinking pose.
What is it, Kay? Do you have any ideas? Gumshoe hasn't given me any.
I was just thinking, if the evidence points to something that doesn't seem possible, then maybe there's something wrong with it.
Like
You're
he
right.
switched the
It's a shot
guns.
gun. You're asking me to call the evidence into question?
Like you haven't done it before, Edgeworth.
Well, there's no way Tabby did this, right? So if the evidence says that she did, then the problem must lie there.
Bad if she's lying, technically.
You seem very sure about this.
I'll get to my line as soon as the video catches up.
Oh no!
Alright. I will wait in the meantime.
Call it my great thief's intuition.
Alright. In that case, I must eat the gun to discover if it's real or not. Intuition. Huh. Still, she could be right. I simply don't believe Miss Lloyd to be a malicious liar, which means... As someone who believes that evidence is As someone who believes that evidence is everything in court, the irony is not lost on me, but... If I were to call a piece of evidence into question, it would have to be...
The gun.
A gun.
You're right, it is a chocolate gun that was given to me for Valentine's Day.
But it's March.
It was given to me for... what is it called in Japan?
White Day?
If something untoward is going on here, it would have to involve the weapon, not the bullet. After all, we only just recovered the bullet a little while ago. Furthermore, we know that Mr. Knight had an opportunity to handle the gun.
That's what I was saying.
Right.
Now hand over the evidence you have gathered and remove yourself from this plane.
Of existence.
I'd do as he says if I were you, Edgeworth.
Alright, I'll take this gun and shoot myself in the head.
Okay.
This can't really be the end of the line, can it? Indeed, he had ample opportunity.
No, I didn't.
There's no doubt that this gun is the weapon that was used in the crime. Which means it must belong to...
Me.
Yes, it's Kay's gun. Absolutely Kay's gun.
Well, it definitely ain't mine.
So, do we know
I say Knight.
consensus?
I would assume, right?
I mean, he
Oh,
did
wrong
that.
button.
The gun belongs to Mr. Knight. He switched them around. That has to be it. I'm so
That's
glad
what
to
I
go
was
with that.
saying.
All by myself, with no help from anyone else in the peanut gallery.
Gee, you're truly brilliant, Mr. Edgeworth.
All right, well, we have
Indeed, my little
Truly.
dog.
updated
Saying
evidence.
that you'll get 2 Robin packets tonight.
Updated evidence? Oh, god damn it.
Now, where to present is the
It's
question.
autopsy report all over again. I thought he only did that once.
Now, what's the right statement? Is the question.
Be the one that makes it look like an obvious contradiction, I think.
Nope.
Or not.
What do you have to say about this? Hmm?
Come on, you're a chess guy. You know the rules as well as I do.
Of course I do. This evidence. It?
Ha! Gotcha. Once you touch a piece, you gotta move it. No take backsies. And you just made the wrong move.
Not-
Own it, Edgeworth.
That's not the right way it works.
How
It's not
could I
once you
have?
touch it, you have to move it. It's once it's moved, as soon as you take your hand off it, that's the move.
Yep.
But you can take it back as long as you want, just so long as your hand doesn't move off of it. You got your chess rules wrong, Knight!
Damn it.
Knight plays extreme chess, where as soon as you touch a piece, you have to move.
Yeah, that's right. We play hardcore chess over here.
I mean, could you put a
I
chess
thought
piece
you-
back where it was originally and then pick a new one?
You could.
Only
Legally, you
if your
can.
hand doesn't leave the piece.
If your hand doesn't leave the piece.
The
Well,
moment you take
but
your
then-
hand off the piece, that move is confirmed and you cannot take it back.
So, could you use your other, like, but then at that point, then you...
Can you use your other hand to make a different move?
Oh my gosh.
No, chess
Holding up
players
the
only
other
have
piece.
one hand. You get your arm cut off if you become a professional chess player.
No,
Damn.
but, like, once you touch a piece, you have to move it then, right?
No.
Because-
No.
No, you can.
You can touch
You
as
can
many
move your
pieces
piece.
as you want. Touch everything, it doesn't matter. As soon as you move a piece and remove your hand, that move is confirmed.
So
Yep.
I'm saying, like, what if you put a piece, like, you moved a piece, but then thought different, put it back to its original position?
That's fine.
You can do
Then
that.
that doesn't count as a move and you can touch any other piece if you want.
Okay. That's what I was caught up on. Continue.
Sorry, presenting on this
I
statement.
feel like we had this conversation last time.
I think we
maybe. It's been almost a
Or
month.
something similar to it.
What's the last statement?
Well, you got updated gun evidence. It's got to go somewhere.
Maybe present here?
Nope.
Nah.
Your testament
Wait,
just
wait.
doesn't hold water, I'm afraid.
Is it different? Yeah, it is. Heh. It holds a lot more water in your pathetic rebuttals, Edgeworth. How long are you going to keep picking away, hoping for a break? Face it, you're outmatched. Maybe it's your head that's holding water. Can't be much else in there. Yeah.
No, he beat me with a water gun.
Edgeworth just needs to retaliate with an updated autopsy report, just like old times.
But he's got an updated gun.
Yeah.
Exactly. So he needs to combat. He needs to counterattack the updated gun with an updated autopsy report.
I have updated the gun. It is now filled with water. It is now a water gun.
Flair, did you say the line?
Oh, sorry, I was not paying attention. So there was no contradiction after all. I need to stay calm and think everything over again.
Third time's a charm. You got this, guys. What about that first statement?
Have we presented, have you presented on the second line?
Second line too, yeah.
I don't think so.
Let's just rub the gun against every piece of dialogue. Just like, there we go.
Got it. We're taking
Yeah, this is like-
the 90s adventure game route.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is like fucking this is like LucasArts point and click adventure games. Just rub this against everything until it works.
Yep.
Admit it, you switched the guns, didn't you, Mr. Knight? That's why the markings matched the weapon in question. It was all... That's why the markings matched the weapon in question. It was yours all along.
Edger got a bit excited there. Heh. An intriguing move there, Edgeworth. And?
You must have made the switch when I handed over the evidence. While I was busy trying to make the case for remaining on the investigation, you took the laser sight from the gun we found in the trash can and put it on your own. Then, not long afterwards, you handed that gun back to me instead of the one we found.
I did, huh? You think someone knew you'd find, let alone run forensics on that bullet, sometime in the future?
I mean, you
That's
are a
not the
chess
lie.
player.
I sure am.
The line's,
That's not the line.
Chess.
the line's different. Wait, from what you said.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, you said you think someone knew you'd find.
I'm sorry. I'm a little delirious, it seems. You think I somehow knew you'd find, let alone run forensics on that bullet sometime in the future?
Is that so strange? You're a chess player, after all. A man well used to thinking several moves ahead.
Who also can't get his own rules right.
I'm flattered. But as much as it pains me to admit it, you're overestimating my abilities. Besides, do you even have any proof that I made the switch? The gun is the same model as mine. Weird, sure, but it's just a coincidence. And look, there's a laser sight attached. Also, take a look in the cylinder. 2 spent bullets. Just what we expect to see. So what proof do you have that I switched the original gun out for mine, huh? None. That's what.
What if we checked the how many bullets are spent in your gun, huh?
Go ahead.
Because if there's 2 bullets spent there, we'd know that maybe it was used.
You say I'm overestimating your abilities? You surprise me.
What can I say? I'm a modest guy. More modest than you, that's for sure. Everywhere except at the chessboard, that is.
Well, I don't see a chessboard here, do you?
Shame. Still, guess that gives you a nice excuse. I didn't mess up. I just didn't have the right evidence.
I don't think I'll be the one making excuses. Rather, I didn't mess up. They just got lucky with the evidence. Will be your excuse, I'd imagine.
All right. Just 4 statements.
Rest
Also,
everything.
that security feed in the background is only showing the dead body.
We are all ghosts while we engage in this confrontation.
Everybody else is gone.
That's the real twist.
A coincidence, you say?
Or was it a necessity?
It can't be both, pal.
Sure it can. We bodyguards need to protect the president. And the girl needs to use a gun. But she probably doesn't know a whole lot about him. It's not so far-fetched for her to pick something she's heard of that we also happen to use.
Hey.
No, I have to wait for the line to appear on my screen.
No!
The lag is really bad. Okay, but why a revolver?
Are you on the right internet?
Yeah. I don't know why it's so bad. Why is that your go-to gun?
It's probably something to do with the ease of use. It's probably something to do with its ease of use. No spent casings to chase down, for example.
Exactly. The perfect tool for a job where you can't afford to fail. Or don't know what you're doing.
But not the perfect job if you need more than 6 shots. Or need to reload quickly.
Still, coincidence, necessity, it doesn't make a whole lot of difference either way. Look at that laser sight.
Because you swapped it on there.
Put up or shut up, Edgeworth. Where's your evidence?
Well, that is...
Don't go making accusations you can't back up. Or did your daddy never teach you that?
Oh God. Oh,
don't you
boy.
bring up my
Seriously.
father and all of this.
Wow.
As it stands, the facts are in my favor here.
Fucking memes.
Wait, when he says your father, does he mean the one who died in the elevator or the one who was convicted of falsifying evidence and murdering his actual father?
I think,
Both.
yeah, both. I don't know.
Neither. Well, I mean, really, neither. He doesn't know who Edgeworth is.
Yeah.
Press on 3. Press on the third statement.
Hold it! I've been meaning to ask, actually. What about your own weapon? How many spent bullets are in its cylinder?
This old girl here? Well, now.
I'm just waiting for the moment where he's doing that spinning and it just suddenly shoots right next to his face.
I let loose a few rounds earlier, as you saw.
He reloads his gun every time he fires it?
But even if I were to tell you how many there were at the time, you'd have no way of verifying that.
Of course. In order to swap the guns properly, he'd have to maintain the right number of bullets per gun. He didn't have the chance to put on any gloves, though, which means...
Ah, check the fingerprints on the bullets.
Alright, I think it's about time you did the right thing and resigned, don't you? Game's all but done, see?
Press.
Hold it! Objection!
The proof is...
Something you clearly don't have. If you did, you have made your move by now.
We do so have proof. Alright, Mr. Edgeworth?
we won't be given the chance to investigate any further. We'll have to work with what we've gathered. Think, Miles, think. Consider all the possibilities.
If you got the goods, it's now or never.
How are we supposed to prove he switched the guns?
Unfortunately, we don't have any direct evidence of his wrongdoing. But that in itself is proof of a kind.
Because otherwise, the styrations shouldn't line up like they do, right, sir?
Right. We must carefully consider and infer what we can from the evidence he brings up in his testimony. The truth is in there somewhere.
So, you already have the evidence.
Let's see what evidence we have.
Hold it!
Ah!
Why
Blah,
did
blah,
you press again?
Objection!
I thought I was pressing the other button.
That's alright.
How
Just
do
skip.
how do I fast forward?
You can just hold the button down.
Rapid clicking.
No, you can hold the button down. The mouse
There's a
button.
button. I don't remember what it is though. Probably escape or something like that.
Go to the last. Okay, what do we have? There it is. We're gonna want to present that probably on the last one.
The bullet?
Yeah, on the last statement.
Objection!
Nope.
Dang it.
There is an obvious
Maybe it's the
flaw in
third
your
statement.
testimony.
You're right. And it's my greatest flaw of all. Perfection! My testimony is so airtight, you couldn't find a contradiction in a million years. So why don't you try again, Edgeworth? The pressure's clearly getting to you.
I mean, I'm gonna need to take a drink from the Fountain of Youth first, and I'll need you to stick around. So obviously, you're gonna need to take a drink too. And you know, this place might be a barren wasteland by the time we're done, but sure, if that's what you're up for. There's nothing I can say to that.
Thanks for the hydrate.
Yeah,
well,
you
can
can
we
take a drink from the Fountain of Youth.
I have a whole liter here.
All right. Now we'll be here for another million years.
Yeah!
I'll just have to go over the I'll just have to go over the evidence and his testimony one more time.
Okay, present the bullet on 3, maybe? Not the gun, the bullet.
Oh, he's verifying the bullets. Yep.
Objection!
Nope.
Yeah, I'd already read this.
Yep. So it's like maybe 3 canned responses per failure.
Probably.
We should probably drop a save because we're running out of options.
You guys are really close.
This is the last thing you need to do anyway.
Yep. So,
I'll tell you this. It's not the bullet.
yeah. Well, yeah, not the
I,
bullet.
I thought so. I was, you know.
Wait, is it the upper right, the vest?
That's a prop.
Prop that was used. Yeah, it was staged.
Yeah, in the assassination attempt, which has planted ahead of time.
I'll just say
Yeah,
this. Edgeworth already revealed what you had to do during a press statement. Maybe there's something related to
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, something about the bullets.
It's,
So, are we supposed to present the revolver again?
it's not out of the realm in this attorney.
What?
It's not out of the realm. Like, evidence can be represented several times in previous games.
Okay, I guess present the revolver again?
Objection!
Yep, like, it's a thing that happens sometimes in these games.
You
Sometimes.
cheeky bastards.
Yep.
I have your proof right here.
That's your proof. I think you've been working too hard, Edgeworth.
Not the gun itself, the evidence it carries. Evidence that will prove once and for all that it does in fact belong to you.
I'm looking forward to this. Go ahead. Make your move. What's about to come to play? The rook? The bishop? Not a pawn, surely.
God, I'm getting chess PTSD from playing Blueprints too much. Don't talk to me about chess pieces.
Line.
Fingerprint.
Play that game.
The evidence the gun will provide takes the form of
Fingerprints.
fingerprints. Namely, your fingerprints, Mr. Knight.
Fingerprints? I barely know him.
My prints? Pah! Of course my prints are on the gun. You handed it right to me when you gave up the evidence. How could they not be on there?
Objection!
What if I told you there are prints in a part of What if I told you there are prints on a part of the gun that you shouldn't have touched at any point?
What? Where? You can't prove that.
Oh, but I can. There is a place where your fingerprints could never have been left if things happened as you say. Allow me to present the final piece of evidence that will bring our game to its rightful conclusion.
But we have 4 more cases after this.
Edgeworth does not Edgeworth is not holding the Monado.
Oh, it would help if I pressed the up button.
Yes.
Here, look closely at the cylinder, detective.
No bullets fired. But, where are the prints we're looking for, sir?
They're right here, detective. You did indeed switch the guns when I handed you the evidence. But if that were all you had done, your deception would have been easily detected. Because the number of bullets fired by each gun was different.
There were 2 spent bullets in the gun we found.
Yeah, but what about Mr. Knight's gun?
Kay's just busy picking up all the bullets that were left on the floor.
Okay.
We know that he fired 2 bullets from the stage into the balloon. And he fired another bullet into Mr. Rook, ending his life. So 3 bullets in total, plus the few odd ones he let loose in shock during our little game. And after each shot, he reloaded his gun out of habit. With his bare hands, of course.
Ugh.
Officer, where exactly were Mr. Knight's fingerprints found? The ones you mentioned in your report.
I was this again.
Who is this
Sir,
brighter
they were-
Katie?
Sir, they were found on the exterior of the weapon, but also on the bullets themselves.
I'm not sure they could have gotten there just from me handing you the evidence, Mr. Knight.
Gah! That's...
And there we have it. Proof that you did indeed switch the guns. This gun, the one which fired the bullet that killed Mr. Rook, is yours. And in taking his life, you are the true assassin.
Pause, though. Fingerprints on bullets, is that really feasible, IRL? Because it's pretty dang small. Like, can you
Yes,
abstract...
of course.
It's-
You can
yeah,
get
it's
fingerprints on
definitely feasible.
anything.
But even
You
like
can
a
get fingerprints on anything.
even like a partial fingerprint? I don't know. Like, maybe I'm thinking they're...
A partial
That's a-
fingerprint, that's still usable.
I think the
Um,
thing about it is that there is one there in the first place, rather than like it's his specifically. Like that's the crux of the argument.
Gotcha.
I mean, anyone could
Well,
get their
even that,
fingerprints
but
on
like
the bullet.
even in forensics, they can still use partial fingerprints because a fingerprint
Good.
itself is so unique.
Got
that
it.
Even a partial is like good enough.
Got it. I did it.
Checkmate. box of samurai dogs in there.
Ow, my voice! And I'm
Andrew
sick!
Badger.
Yeah, what a time for you to need to scream.
I was going to be the new chief of security! That blasted Rook! If it hadn't been for him, I would have been in charge by now! I would have been in control of the whole team! My plan was perfect! The fake assassination was supposed to be flawless!
And everyone disappeared.
I love it when they divulge their motive to me after I finish them off. Detective Gumshoe?
Right away, sir. You don't have to tell me twice.
Curse you, Edgeworth! Our game isn't over yet!
I'm afraid this is as far as we go for today. The next moves we play will be in the courtroom. This is a one-off game, Knight. Obviously, it's over now.
But, it's not fair! It's not fair.
Alright, come with me.
I am such a sore loser.
Eject again.
Well, he went outside. He can't let.
He stepped
the
outside,
go.
he's like, got him sucking all the air again.
Mr. Edgeworth, I owe you a debt of gratitude. You exposed a murderer within the ranks of my own personal guard. I will not soon forget that.
You better not. I want free pass to your country. I'm
And
getting
then,
out
with
of this
no
place.
other guards around, he ends up getting shot in the head by what's his name?
The killer.
Yes,
Schiller,
the killer.
tell Shelly to kill her.
The one who was supposed to assassinate him.
He's suddenly very presidential again, now that we're back outside the plane.
Wang.
I
Mr.
saw
President.
I saw it, you know, when I first proposed the fake assassination to him.
You want me to handle it, not Rook?
Rook refused. But I can rely on you, can't I?
Of course, sir. You can count on me. I'll put together a plan that can't possibly fail. And he'll play his part like the pawn he is.
The hatred in his eyes was plain to see. He despised poor Rook. I was not entirely comfortable about moving forward with Knight in charge of our little deception. And looking back, I think he sensed my discomfort. I can't help thinking I played a part in his decision to end Rook's life.
Mr. President, none of this would have happened if you hadn't plotted to fake an attempt on your life.
But that's technically not illegal, so we can't arrest you for it.
That was your crime, and it is a crime you'll have to live with.
Fortunately, I am in charge of my country's laws.
Don't say that out loud, Mr. President.
Which again, technically,
You're not
it's
a
not
kid.
illegal what you did. I don't think.
What do you...
What? Okay.
You are right. I can only apologize for the part I played. And I will no doubt be made to pay for my actions, in one way or another.
I repeat, technically not a crime.
But I thank you, nonetheless.
I don't know, what is conspiracy to commit in terms of, like, getting charged for it?
You solved the
Conspiracy
riddles
to-
of Rook's demise, and for that, I shall be eternally grateful.
Conspiracy to commit a false self-assassination?
I mean, does that not fall under the category? I mean, public disturbance, maybe?
Yeah, public
I
disturbance.
feel like that would only fall under the
like you can
category of attempted suicide, and technically not a crime?
I feel like you could get him on something.
I will be here in your country for a little while longer yet. But when I've returned home, perhaps you will visit us in Zhangfa. You will always be welcome.
I expect free passage into there, and I expect
the
all my
furries.
expenses to be paid for, and I will be vacationing with an additional person.
What? I can't hear you.
I want some sushi.
Oh, I was not thinking of you, Gumshoe.
Oh.
Oh,
Nope, not
thank
you
you,
either,
thank
Kay.
you, thank you, thank you. Y'all don't know how grateful I am.
All's well that ends well.
Miss Lloyd, the accusation of murder against you was of course entirely groundless. But the fact remains that you were a willing participant in the staged assassination attempt.
Assassination.
Shush. I stumbled on my words. The police will no doubt... Blech. The police will no doubt wish to speak to you about the matter.
I still don't think it's a crime.
You should be aware that you may well be punished for your actions.
I know, and I'm awful sorry about everything. Truly I am.
I understand your desire for a scoop, but there are limits.
Specifically 3. 3 scoop limit. You're not allowed to have 4 without paying extra. A lot extra.
There sure are. It got me some serious thinking to do.
You did it, Mr. Edgeworth? That was something else. Local prosecutor solves assassination conundrum. Earns eternal gratitude of president.
That's a mouthful.
How's that for a headline?
It sounds like the
Wordy.
whole article, Kay.
Yeah, too long.
Look,
It's
if
very
you spend
wordy
enough
and it
time on
spoils
the
the
internet,
entire
you
thing.
realize that that's... Actually, no. I take it back. That kind of makes sense that it would be so long, because have you seen how long some of the titles for various isekai anime are?
Yeah, true.
And this is Japan, California.
Yes.
It fits.
Hey, that there's my department. Mr. Prosecutor, how does it feel to solve such an important case? You must be over the moon.
She certainly doesn't stay down for long. No comment.
Dang, you're one tight-lipped son of a gun.
As well I should be. This case is not over yet.
Oh, it isn't? How come, sir? Didn't we find the murderer and found out that the entire assassination attempt happened to be a staged thing? What's
What if
left
I
to
told you
find?
that?
The
What if
killer?
I told you this? What if I told you that this game has more than one case?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they're all connected to each other.
We'll see about that. Because until we unravel the story behind this, the case will never be completely over.
Is it this?
Yeah. This is
Yes,
serious.
The killer's calling card.
He's a big deal, guys.
No, it doesn't ring and make a phone call.
Mr. DeKiller has yet to complete his assignment.
You mean he still might try to murder the president?
I hope I'm wrong, but if I'm not, this could all blow up into something more sinister yet. Something that might take a whole game to resolve. As one would expect with the attempted assassination of a president, the case was all over the news. And my preparations for Mr. Knight's trial were constantly interrupted by requests from the press. There wasn't a person in the land who didn't know about the case. Everybody was talking about it. But in the midst of the frenzy that followed, nobody noticed that this was only the first move in a game far bigger than any of us could have imagined.
Dub team, welcome to Ace Attorney Investigations 2. How was that first case?
Hooray!
Especially to those playing it for the first time. Like to hear your thoughts.
That was certainly a thing.
Yay!
Boy.
What certainly was up to normal Ace Attorney standards, by which I mean we figured it out and then had to figure out what to rub the evidence on.
Well, towards the very end, yeah.
It's not that obtuse.
It doesn't. Yeah, it's longer than usual first cases.
I think it would have made more sense for it to be the bullet, but I understand why it wasn't.
I mean, you're trying
Yeah,
to prove
now that I think
belongs
about
to
it, it does
Knightley.
make sense that it wouldn't be the bullet, because you don't really put the. You wouldn't have your fingerprints on the bullet itself. You'd have it on the case.
I mean, I would, if I was the game designer, I would have accepted it mainly because you're presenting the concept of the bullet. like the fingerprint is on the bullet, or at least the casings. It seems like you're close enough.
All right.
Unfortunately,
Going
close
on
enough
because
doesn't
of-
work.
Because of one-line cases, like, why a revolver? I just had to go onto another monitor and look up the revolver ocelot quote.
Oh God.
All right, so before we move on to case 2, just a quick credit shout out to everybody on case 1. Thank you, Flair, for playing Miles very well. Great stuff. Our Dick Gumshoe was Chess. Tabby Lloyd, Kalen, our Mr. President, Brightfire. I was the case's villain for the first time, Bronco Knight. Shelly the Killer, as brief as he was in the case, Legon, and then our extras, Overgrowth and Bright again. So, case 1 down.
And of course,
Yes.
Overgrowth also played K.
Oh.
Thank you
You just
1,000
left me
times.
out.
Thank you.
Mean to me.
Oh, I'm so mean. Okay, I'm so sorry.
How
I
dare you,
didn't-
actually?
I didn't include any repeats on the list if you're reading through that to
Yes.
give credits. So
That's fair.
you're
Like,
gonna have to remember. You're gonna have to remember who was actually in the case.
we'll update it as we go along, so that's not spoil things. But anyway,
Mm-hmm.
are we all good to just jump into case 2, or do you want like a little break?
Yeah, I'm good.
It's not even been an hour.
All right,
Yeah.
let's do it.
Go.
Case 2.
Obviously, we need an
All right.
hour-long break.
Now this intro cutscene is gonna be very heavy on the voice acting, so everyone get ready for your parts. Oh, someone hit that bell really well.
Is that supposed to be a chess-themed bell?
I don't think so.
I think it's just a bell.
Oh my God, Zeus is dead!
I'm fucking dead. No.
I,
I
can't
think that
believe Zeus is
perhaps
dead.
the game between us is over, maybe.
What is that supposed to mean?
Well, he was saying that I'm not done with you, Edgeworth. I think he might be.
Woof.
Oh my God, the dog did it!
Oh my god.
All right, so have a
He was
quick,
eaten by a puppers.
have
Alright.
quick.
That might have been the best acted cutscene yet. I have
Yeah,
no
I
notes
know,
for
right?
anyone.
God, whoever was doing the bell, awesome, and whoever did that dog bark, you nailed it.
rough. Question.
What about that flickering light? Mwah,
Bark.
Beautiful.
Perfection.
Woof woof.
Oh, and whoever was doing
Bark.
that background ambiance, man, I don't know how you make those noises with your mouth.
One thing. Got a roast from the chat from Scar. He says, "Roast you up for on good fun. Is this a real-time fan dub or just a collection of mildly talented comedians?" Zing.
The latter.
Why not both?
Yeah, those aren't mutually exclusive.
Just both. Both is good.
Yeah. Get Snapcube over here. We're stealing their gig.
All right. New case, new roles. Let's do it.
You're still K,
Still
Katie.
Still no sign of them, huh? Sorry, I forgot that I don't change with every game.
But this time it's bright.
Yeah.
How long do they intend to keep us waiting?
Now, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm sure the guard will bring him in any second now. Time to, terrorize him by being a teenage girl.
Killing of Bastion Rook. It's been 2 days since the incident at the park, and today we're paying a visit to the detention center. Our aim, of course, is to interview Bronco Knight, who has been charged with the murder. His trial is due to start tomorrow, and I am to be the prosecutor behind the bench, despite
Daddy's
somehow
dead.
already proving he did it. What's taking so long? You there, what's going on?
Who's extras? I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't know, sir. I guess I'll get. Well, that went fast.
Who's the other extra?
It's me and Kalen. I don't know, sir. I'll go check in. Or I'll
We've
come
got
and
a
check.
situation.
There you go.
It's Knight. He's been killed.
What?
Killed? In the detention center?
Come on, Mr. Edgeworth! What are you waiting for?
I thought the only people who got killed in the detention area were the stormtroopers.
Ha!
Right. Guard, take us to the scene of the crime at once.
This is now the Death Star.
Yes, sir.
Whoosh.
Running in unison.
No, it didn't happen in the holding cells. But surely that was where he was being held.
I love the text of your life, your choice.
It's the holding cells. You'd be held in the holding cells. Why would you not be held in the holding cells? Where else would you be held? Gently in bed? I wouldn't know anything about that.
What's the holdup? The crime scene's this way.
Where are you taking us? Doesn't this door lead to...
Prison proper, yes.
You mean those other cells aren't part of the prison?
No.
I thought prison was just prison.
Not exactly, no. Those are the detention center's holding cells. I assume that's where they keep, like, the drunkards to sober up, or the people who are just caught, like, spray painting on the wall.
Yeah,
That's where
or
defendants are
either
kept
that
while they're awaiting
or-
trial. Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
either
I
that
was
or
wrong.
like temporary suspects.
Basically, people that haven't been charged, you're just in holding.
Gotcha. The area beyond this door serves a rather different purpose.
Gumshoe.
Yeah, where people who are convicted serve out their time.
It's where we should put you for being a thief.
No,
I
wait!
suppose you could say it's the last place a great thief should ever want to be.
Shut up! Shut up!
Think it's Kalen again?
Oh, shit, sorry. I've unlocked it, sir. Please follow me.
Oh my gosh, it's a dead body! I've seen way too many of these for my age.
Was that a stable?
They gave him a little blankie and everything.
That's not
Over
all right.
one leg.
But he's dead. How could this have happened? And how did he wind up inside the prison proper?
And why is he so well dressed for something like this?
Well, I mean, his tie is crooked.
Okay, seriously, this looks like a fucking stable.
I have a feeling that's going to come into play.
This is horrible! How did Mr. Knight get himself murdered? I mean, I know he sucked, but like...
I can hardly believe it myself, but there can be no doubting the evidence of our own eyes.
And what's he doing here? I thought he was being held in the detention center, no?
He was. He must have been. His trial hadn't even begun yet. The law states that until convicted, suspects are to be kept in cells separate from the main prison. Only those who have been found guilty are sent to the prison proper. There's no way Knight should have been in here.
Maybe he wandered his way over?
Yes,
Okay,
he just
Gumshoe, I
apparated
know
through
that the one
giant metal wall.
Okay, Gumshoe, I know that the one voicing me at the moment tends to go easy on you, but come on. Even for you, a detective, that is stupid.
Maybe he's secretly really strong and just wrenched the safe door off the front of the prison. Just to
Maybe.
come in and die. That makes perfect sense to me.
Maybe he can actually fall asleep and his ethereal self will wander through walls willingly.
Good God
Perhaps.
almighty, next you're going to tell me that this is his twin, and he actually escaped. The detention center and the prison are separated. Actually, now that I think about it, there are 2 knights in chess, so maybe that's not
Oh,
entirely
no.
wrong.
He's on to the twist already.
The detention center and the prison are separated not only by 2 heavy doors, but also a lengthy corridor. Apparently also an office area and other locations, so I have a feeling that's probably going to be important and going to be actually how they got through. That would have been a long way to wander, especially for a detainee.
Hope you love this building layout, because you're gonna be looking at it a lot.
Yeah, I already figured it out. I suppose we'd better take a closer look at Knight's body. We need to examine the scene of the crime carefully if we want to get to the bottom of this.
No,
Every
I know
nook
what
and
it's gonna
cranny,
say. It's gonna
loser.
be you have to go through the left to get to the right.
Oh, you're only on part 1 of the. You're only on part 1. There's a second part to it.
Wait a second, there were 2 pages to that.
Yes.
Yeah, there's 2 pages on that thing.
What's it?
Yep.
Okay, Workshop A, Workshop B, and 3 cells. So, surely we're probably at some point going to be interrogating the 3 prisoners who almost certainly saw what happened, right? That's not actually going to happen, is it?
Well, you have to wait to find out. Alright, let's
I
keep
already
going.
read this line, so let's already start examining every nook and cranny, goddammit.
No, that's not in this game anymore. There's no nooks and crannies anymore.
Right, only crooks and grannies.
Oh my god.
Exactly.
I'm your partner this case. Yippee!
Anything out of the ordinary to report, officer? I mean,
There's a
aside
dead
from the
guy.
dead body.
Yes, sir, there's this one thing.
If you say the dead body, go on.
Body in the workshop, sir!
You don't say.
He's right. That's definitely out of the ordinary.
Gumshoe, hand me your pistol. I need to pistol whip a bitch.
Wow.
If anything else occurs to you, you know where to find me.
You know what? Actually,
Edward,
maybe it's the case that the body's always been here. It's just for a brief moment he was up and about and he committed murder, and now he's returned home.
Oh, great. So now we're getting involved with undead. Thank you very much. This part of the floor is covered with dirt.
You know what that means, sir. Footprints.
Too many footprints, unfortunately. We'll need a specialist to identify them. Gumshoe?
Guess we gotta just wait till forensics gets here.
Yes. And in the meantime, if you could refrain from treading all over it like I am over in the corner.
Wouldn't want to slip up and get the old jacket dirty, huh? Good point, Mr. Edgeworth. Thanks.
That's
Well, that too,
not
I
what
guess.
I... My concern was for the footprints, not your jacket, you dimwit.
No, Edgeworth, you're messing them up. Edgeworth, what are you doing?
Oh no.
Oh, Edgeworth, you're gonna make the case unsolvable.
Don't worry, I know how to river dance. Oh my god, there's a fucking whip.
Time to inspect every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
Yes!
Yay!
She said it.
I thought you said that wasn't in this game. You
I
people
lied.
lied to
Not
me.
from
You
Edgeworth.
let Kay take my line. How dare you bastards!
Kay is the only one who ever says that line now.
I will stab you. Indeed, this area is too big to take in all at once. Fortunately, I can use these 4 arrow keys to look further up and down fourth wall break. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention.
Do you hear that, Kay? That's the catchphrase now. That's the catchphrase now. Don't forget it. Don't forget it, Kay. That's the catchphrase.
These tops are rather colorful.
They kind of stand out in a room like this, don't they?
They certainly don't look like they belong in a prison.
Look, there's a whip on top of them. Did your
Oh, what a
sister
bit-
do this? You know who that reminds me of? Wait,
The line didn't fully load. I said that really weirdly. You know who that reminds me of, right? Hey, maybe it's actually hers? Maybe she left it here?
Sorry, you found my dungeon.
Oh God.
Not a chance. She and her whip are attached at the wrist. Trust me, I tried to remove it once, and well, you don't want to know what I saw.
I almost pulled it off of her body.
There was
And then
a
I got a
rope.
restraining order.
There
from
was a
the
rope.
rope.
There was a rope. Okay. There
my
was a
God.
rope. There was a rope near Knight's body too.
Are you good,
We'll get it-
Mr.
we'll
Edgeworth?
get
You
it
kind of
eventually.
you kind of are
Oh my god.
The voice is in my head. interrupting
Everyone's a
me.
robot and everyone's glitching.
Speaking of which, want to see my super stealthy?
Rope escape trick, thanks, but I'll let you know when I'm in need of saving. He seems
Loser.
genuinely disappointed.
Loser.
She wants to tie Edgeworth up so badly, huh? Or herself up.
Sadly, I'm not into that. You're not my type.
Ew! You're like my dad.
That too. Just one more reason to deny it. Looks like a pulley of some kind.
Maybe the prisoners use it for work.
I suppose so,
Because
yes.
the prison system is just free labor.
Yep.
Doesn't that
You're-
sound familiar?
You're actually not wrong about that.
Okay, so I know you're going to say no, but
Absolutely not, Kay. You are not permitted to swing on that rope.
god damn it! Ah, I knew it. I wanna
should've known you
do
were being
things-
serious.
I want to do OSHA violations.
We're in a prison. Do you want to be arrested?
Hey, at least we
Weird
wouldn't
having
have to go
something
very
like
far.
this. Weird having something like this in a prison, huh? A cage inside a cage.
Technically, Kay, a prison isn't made up of cages, but cells.
No, of course they had to remove the fan translation line. She says, a cage within a cage, it's cageception in the fan translation.
Wow.
Love it.
What's the difference? No offense, Mr. Edgeworth, but you've got to look at the basic nature of things more.
Oh, I'm sorry. Should I follow you and assume that everything happens to be a lock and all it needs is a key? Like how a body is a lock that just needs a knife in it as a key in order to unlock it?
Oh my
You're
god.
right there. Thank God someone understands. That's how you make more murder mysteries.
Next, you're going to tell me that the way to make more babies is by using the woman as a lock and the man as a key.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can interpret it like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure. Yes. 2 for 2. Keep the analogies coming.
Yes, and the basic nature of an investigation is the pursuit of accurate facts and information.
This actually isn't. That's not information that Edgeworth is privy to, though. He only knows the gay.
That should be it.
Yes, that's why I was so upset at your ridiculous claim that you unlock children by putting together a man and a woman. Clearly, the proper way to do it is by calling the stork. Also, are we
And
not going
cat,
to talk to the
apparently.
detective?
Hi, baby. You wanna come up here, baby?
Oh.
Sorry, there's a cat on the crime scene.
I thought you were a
Trying to get
bird.
him to jump up on the body. Come on, baby. What's with all the weird equipment?
I like the concept.
I
of-
got him to jump up on the body!
I like how the concept of this is just Kay saying this to Edgeworth.
Actually, out of context. Yes.
Wait, hold on a second. We have a chain attached to a rod over on the back. We have a whip in the center. We have a hook, and over here we have straps. What kind of fucking BDSM dungeon is this jail?
Rehabilitation. Let's go.
That is not rehabilitation.
As I said, I make sure.
It's a butcher shop.
prisoners always.
Oh,
have
the
access.
kitty is on the body. Hi, baby. What's with all the weird equipment?
I'm not sure, but I don't see anything particularly suspicious here, aside from the fact that this is an obvious BDSM dungeon.
Smells weird though. Kind of musky. Like wet fur.
You're not helping.
Son of a bitch, it's a furry BDSM dungeon. It's even worse.
Oh no, I bet you some sort of furry runs this prison.
Is this,
God,
is
we
this
don't
perhaps,
need to go through that again.
is this perhaps a Zhengfa prison?
What are the odds that I'll show up here?
I didn't know you had such a keen nose.
Oh, it's nothing special, really. Except when it comes to sniffing out furries. No, I mean treasure.
Ah, so you're a dragon scaly, gotcha.
What?
Oh, join us. Join us.
Which is weird, because I thought you were a bird furry.
I am a bird furry.
But you're
She has a second persona, it's a dragon.
No.
No.
You see, I'm a crow furry, and
I
crows
was just
like
about
shiny
to say that.
objects.
Yes, that makes more sense. Okay,
Crows like
I take it back. Not a dragon.
She's just a feather.
Remind me to seal all my valuables away in airtight containers.
No way, Mr. Edgeworth. I'd never steal any of your stuff. Don't mind your credit card, okay?
You would happily steal someone else's? I'm not sure that's entirely reassuring. But at least I don't have to worry about you trying to steal my heart, which definitely will never happen. It belongs to someone else.
Okay, but like, I'm your daughter. You adopted me.
Exactly, why you won't be stealing my heart.
It's a sink.
Doesn't seem to contain any useful clues.
Nope. No whiff of treasure either.
You do know we're not actually looking for treasure, right? Shall we talk to the detective?
That should be the last thing we do.
No. Come on. Press the right button.
Gumshoe?
Oh, sorry. that thing's pretty small. You don't lose it all the time?
The sacred symbol of my office? No, detective, I do not.
Guess it's a good thing I'm no prosecutor, huh? I'd have lost 100 this week alone. I mean, I lose my badge at least that often.
God, no wonder your salary's so low. They have to keep paying you. They keep paying for more badges just to give to you.
They're paying him in police badges.
I'm just waiting for him to say that we don't need no stinking badges. But that's quite a talent. Oh wait, I get it. He doesn't need his badges because he has the badger. Also, you didn't actually ask him anything.
Okay.
Bronco Knight, killed the day before his court date.
Just wanted to show him the attorney's badge.
Better take a closer look.
Huh? Is that a fucking chessboard? The fucking nerd.
Excuse me?
Look at that fucking nerd.
Play.
Gumshoe.
Right.
Oh, I've seen one of those in your office, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm sure you have, Detective. It's a pocket chess set. The victims, I'd imagine.
Makes sense. He loved chess after all. Seriously, he wouldn't shut up about it. It was really annoying.
Yeah, it would have been a good way to pass the time.
A rubber glove.
1 second, I'm waiting for the line. Yep, just the one though.
I should examine it in more detail. I assume we investigate the blood on the end.
Inmate use only. Oh yeah, that is important.
The fingers are covered in blood on this side. I think we can safely assume that this glove was dropped sometime after Knight's blood had been spilt.
We can? How come?
Because it had been on the floor when the pool of blood was... Because had it been on the floor when the pool of blood was forming, then the blood would have flowed around it, but not underneath it.
Oh, meaning there would only be a band of blood around the edges of the fingers, not all over the back side.
Assuming the glove was discarded after the blood had pooled around the body,
Maybe our murderer ditched it after they did the deed.
well, it's certainly a possibility. At the very least, whoever it was that dropped it must have seen the body. You there!
You finally have some lines again.
Yay! For Kaylin.
Kaylin.
Fuck, sorry, I was muted. Yes, sir?
Have you seen that glove before?
Yes, sir, the prisoners wear them for work. It's strange, though. Prisoners issued with those gloves are under strict orders to keep them in their cells. They aren't allowed to take them out without permission. And then we always check.
I suppose it would explain why there aren't any other gloves in the workshop. Unless it came from like a storage area that happened to have extra gloves.
I just want to look at this.
There's mud all over it.
Maybe the prisoners were making mud pies?
Really, Kay?
Wish I could have joined them. I love making mud pies. I
Really?
should go to prison.
Not anywhere near my crime scene, you're not.
Oh, wait, was I not supposed to? Sorry, let me put this back.
Inmate use only. I guess that means...
That it must be one of the prisoners who is using it, right?
Yes, you would certainly imagine so. Well, you would
Okay.
certainly imagine so. I would imagine that someone happened to take it out.
Come on, come on, come on! Hurry up and open that class!
This is a murder investigation. You sound like a child on Christmas morning.
Oh, please. Even your heart must skip a beat when you're about to open a mysterious box.
Girl, I am Miles Edgewood. My heart is cold and rock stone.
My heart doesn't beat at all. I move through sheer will.
I
It's
died
nice.
in the elevator when I was young. I'm here because I willed it.
Not all of us think like you, Kay. Thankfully.
Just a normal looking chess set.
These are chess pieces, right? I've seen the ones you have in your office. They're gay as fuck.
Wow.
Yes, was that meant to be was that meant to be an insult?
So how come these are black and white?
Most chess pieces are. The ones in my office are custom made.
Yeah, because you're gay.
Blue versus red.
Hey, I love that show.
As in, they're unique and probably valuable. I like the sound of that.
It's not that glint in her eye. She'd better not be planning a robbery, or
She's
so
planning to
help me.
steal.
Fine.
She's planning to steal your gayness, Edgeworth.
I mean, she does want to make an all-girls group.
Who would be on that all-girls group? Her, Von Karma, and... What's her
Emma
name?
Skye.
Emma Skye.
Emma
Yep.
Skye.
Ah, yes. Kay teamed up with two people in the legal profession.
I mean, that's how it is.
That's how it was, yeah.
Yeah, she technically is teamed up with 2 people in the legal profession now.
I guess you're not wrong.
The body is partially covered by a dirt-stained top.
Kay would just have to become a defense attorney to truly top it off.
No. Von Karma's already the defense attorney.
She is not
she's
a
a
defense
prosecutor.
attorney.
Prosecutor.
Oh, you're right. She's a prosecutor.
Prosecutor, future
Under-
detective.
Francisca Von Karma would die before she becomes a defense attorney.
And there's a rope on top of it.
Wasn't I tied up with the rope somehow?
No, I wasn't, says his soul.
We should take a look under the sheet as well. So help me if we find that the leg is missing.
Ah! Look at all that! Seriously?
Red stuff.
Red stuff. What could
It's
it
jam.
It's ketchup.
Look at all
Tomato
that red
juice.
stuff.
It's
I've never seen bodies before, apparently.
Yes, I'd say that's blood.
You know, actually,
Repeat after me. Blood.
I think it might be tomato soup.
We should keep looking around. There's bound to be more secrets to uncover. I'm sure of it.
There's something on his finger.
That was a missed line from
You
Kay.
skipped my line. I couldn't even read it before you skipped it.
Happens to
It
best of us.
didn't show up on the stream.
Fix
Here.
your stream.
Let's take a closer look, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a ring, and an expensive-looking one at that. Nom,
Don't
nom,
even
nom.
think about it, Kay.
You gonna eat it?
What? I didn't say anything.
So that's all it was. Okay.
Yeah, more to look at.
Ugh, his neck brace is soaked with the blood from the hole in his neck.
I would assume that's the cause of death, and that it was probably instantaneous. That's just my guess. I'll have to update the autopsy report when we get it. He wouldn't have even had the chance to cry out for help. There's a small cut on his scalp, too. Was he struck with something? Gumshoe?
Maybe he fell and hit his head after he was stabbed in the throat.
It's possible, but it's too early to say with any certainty. Kay, you have your camera with you, correct? Could you lend it to the detective so that he can photograph the body?
How do they not have any sort of camera at a police station?
Well, I mean, they
Very
weren't
good question.
expecting to find a body when they went to the detention center.
Right.
So the
No, I
detention
think he
center
means
just usually
actual
doesn't have
security
cameras.
cameras.
No, I mean any kind of camera.
I just don't, I mean, I don't know. Matter of convenience that Kay just has one on her person instead of needing to go get one from somewhere else
Sure
in
thing.
this room.
All yours, guys.
Remember she used that camera at Gatewater Land to get the badgers?
Thanks. All right, here we go.
Badger get.
I love how you said that
Badger,
right as they took the picture.
Oh, sure are a mess, though, huh?
Indeed, they appear to be covered in dirt.
That's a lot of notes. Might be very important later.
A lot of notes about the body.
Gumshoe.
Gumshoe?
Guess he's
Storyline.
like me when it comes to laundry.
It would be a grave error to think that anybody else could be quite like you, Detective.
Oof.
I'll take that as a compliment.
It's not a compliment.
I'll
It's
take that
everything.
as a compliment.
I think that's it. The
Yeah, I
rest
think
is,
that's it for the body.
I think the only thing left is Q.
And
Or you
also
can talk to
talking to Gumshoe.
Yeah, Gumshoe.
Arrested for murder on the afternoons of the 25th, killed on the morning of the 27th. Talk about instant karma. Never thought our perp would turn into a victim himself, though.
Yes, I don't like this at all.
You don't think it was that ice cream guy, do you, sir? Knight had seen his face, right? Maybe he couldn't afford to let him live.
I mean, the rest of us have seen his face as well. Shelley the Killer, you mean? No, if this were his doing, he would surely have left a calling card. And besides, Knight isn't the only one who knows what he looks like. We do too, as I just said.
Oh yeah, and I guess we're still alive, so...
Then he walks in and finishes the job.
Gets us all in one go.
Still, this is a high-security facility. I just don't understand how it was even possible. My first guess? Maybe one of the guards happened to be a very good friend or even lover of Rook and decided to get the revenge on him.
The coincidence.
Perfect sense.
Or is that a bit too, Spanish novella?
Guess it makes sense having the detention center and the prison in the same building. Means they can share the visitors' room.
Indeed. It's an unusual design, but it's certainly convenient for anyone visiting.
Yeah, but then why have two different areas in the first place?
Organization. For the two different classes of detainees, of course. Those pre-trial and those post-trial. The two facilities may be housed in the same building in this case, but they are actually quite different.
Well, all I know is they're both cramped and dark. Don't let you leave when you want.
Perhaps spending a night in each would help clarify the differences between them.
No, I'm good, thanks.
Are you sure?
But
it's
it's
free
free
room and
bedding.
board and food.
Dang, you're right. This doesn't sound so bad after all.
No different than a free bed and breakfast, Gumshoe.
And all you have to do is share your room with a 6-foot-tall, muscular man named Tiny.
I wonder what could go together here.
Good.
Hardest puzzle of the game here.
Impossible to know, I'm afraid.
Wow, I got it first try. I
I-
must be a genius.
So surprised you actually got that. That's incredible.
I know, that was like the hardest one in the game.
These tops have a pretty distinctive design. In fact, it's the same design as the
That's
bloody
not
top
that's
around
not your
the-
line.
I couldn't even tell. I could tell from the voice sound, from the typing sound. It's the same design as the bloody tarp around Mr. Knight's body. Wow.
Yes,
Mr.
you
Edgeworth,
took the words
You're
right.
so smart.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
No! You took the words out of mine!
Look, I was just finishing my sentence.
I'll teach you to be so careless, Mr. Edgeworth.
Excuse me? That was going to be what I was going to say.
No, it's my line. Actually.
That just shows how difficult it really was that Kay figured it out first.
That
You
that
need
logic was
to
actually
refresh
Kay's
your-
logic. Edgeworth had already gotten there.
You
No, since it
need
is
to keep
so
your
simple,
treasures
I'll allow it.
close. You let me say my line, you fiends. You need to keep your treasures close when there's a great thief around.
I thought you were on sabbatical.
I am never going to stop stealing everything. No.
Not a bad bit of evidence gathering.
Nothing can stop us when we're on the hunt together, right, Gummy?
You betcha, we're unstoppable. A regular Three Musketeers.
Let's not get carried away, Detective. There's one thing we still haven't found.
Huh? What do you mean, sir?
Well, there's the murderer, there's the murder weapon, there's the motive.
Well, you just said one of it.
Okay. Yeah, I did.
Well, one
I
of those
see
things is
no-
a physical thing you'd find at the crime scene.
I mean, technically, you could find technically, the murderer is a physical thing that you could theoretically find at the murder scene.
No, not in a detective game.
Unless the
Sure
guard
you
did
could.
it.
You could certainly find the murderer at the murder scene if the murderer was pretending to be a witness.
You know what? Fair.
Thank you. I see no sign of a murder weapon anywhere.
You're right. I didn't even think of that.
And that's why I don't pay you. Come now, detective. These are basic investigative principles we're talking about here.
Yeah, I guess. Sorry, sir.
You're not even getting a treat today, Gumshoe.
Don't worry, Gummy. It hadn't crossed my mind either. But I'm
And that's
also
also why I
17
don't pay
to do
you.
it. No, I'm just here. I just
Oh,
kind of... I just showed up and never left.
So
I
remind
mean,
me why we allow you to act crime scenes.
surely you pay her allowance, right? I mean, you did
No.
adopt her and everything.
Why would I pay her
Right.
allowance? She steals my credit card all the time.
That's her allowance. You allow her to do that.
Yes, I allow her to steal the cancelled credit cards.
No, she steals a gift card every time, except it's deliberately put there so she can just grab it at any time. She thinks she's stealing it, but Edgeworth puts it there deliberately for her,
Edgeworth
but
knows.
never says it out loud.
No, even better, she steals a card that she thinks is valuable because A, it's rare, she's never seen it before, and B, she thinks that obviously means that it is worth something and very, very used in whatever store she wants to get in order to get a lot of things.
Or it's
Sadly,
just a Blue
she
Eyes
has
White
yet to
Dragon card.
find the Blockbuster that the card belongs to.
Man,
Seriously, I have a Blockbuster card in my wallet.
we're dating ourselves so much in this stream. I love it.
I remember I got Sonic Lost World from Blockbuster when it was closing down.
Oh wow.
I still remember
I'm surprised
borrowing an
one was still open when that game
N64 from
came out.
Blockbuster.
So
I remember I was like 5 when I went into a Blockbuster.
A fact that hardly puts my mind at ease, Kay. Items that could prove even potentially lethal are strictly controlled within a prison. That's why prisoners frequently get shanked. And if, after all, we wouldn't want the inmates getting their hands on them, would we? Which means acquiring a murder weapon would be hard enough, let alone leaving the scene with one. Once again, shivs.
This is a murder mystery, though, so the murder weapon's going to be heavily managed.
oh, that was a softer line.
Yeah, you were soft, Katie.
Oh yeah, nice thinking, Mr. Edgeworth.
Thank
Is
you.
that better?
Yes.
What was the murder weapon? And where has it gone? The answers to these questions may be the keys to figuring out what happened here, especially if the murder weapon was a key.
I think
This is Zeus.
Huh. Didn't know the guy had a whole entourage.
Oh yeah!
Oh my god, it's Michael Jackson.
What? Excuse me.
Look, the way he walked in there, complete with the hat, my first thought was of Michael Jackson.
Smooth criminal. I am not giving it a voice, but sure.
Looking at him again, now I'm thinking of Danny Sexbang.
Oh my god.
For a little bit, you can go ahead and control for her.
Oh,
Am I
okay.
right? Am I wrong or am I right?
I mean, I can kind of see it, but okay.
Fine. Michael Jackson or Danny Sexbang? Take your pick. Who is this?
Hard to tell.
I would choose Michael because Danny Sixbang does not wear a hat.
I've not heard either in regards to this character.
Excusez-moi, but this is the scene of a crime, right?
You're...
Wait a second. Are you? No way. Those piercing eyes, that furrowed brow.
Sorry, I'm taken. Mr. Fender, it has been far too long.
I know, right? But even after all this time, I know that deep bow anywhere. And that neckwear, obs. Manfred von Karma. The man, the legend. Gotta say, I didn't expect to see you here.
Buddy!
Excuse me. Gumshoe?
What are you talking about, pal? This is Mr. Edgeworth, not that old geezer.
Detective? Please, I can defend myself.
Edgeworth? Wow! Guess that explains that fresh face. The fresh face.
Jeez, Mr. Fender, I thought the last time I saw you, you were on a bender. Clearly, I was wrong.
Can't blame a guy for mixing you two up, though. You're the splitting image of the old devil in his day.
I see you haven't changed. How many years has it been?
Man, good question. But who's counting, eh? Been away traveling so long, I lost track. You know how it is. But you know what I do remember? You betraying everything you were supposed to stand for.
Damn!
Well, that was a bit of a record scratch.
Whoa! Where did that come from? And who are you anyway? That's my dad you're insulting!
This is Eddie Fender. Oh, god damn it.
You get the pun?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's a defender.
I
Yep.
thought it was a guitar reference. I only just got it now that you pronounced it.
This is like that moment of, oh, Blue Prince. that every single person has in the comments of every single video of that goddamn game.
But listen, when you get it though.
Everyone says that. At this point, I think it's just the meme.
I mean, probably. I don't know. Surely it does not take people that long to get it.
You'd be surprised. This is Eddie
I get
Fender.
back to
He's a
hear that you
defense
didn't
attorney.
understand the reference.
Also, something from the chat from Fragonus. Don't know when chronologically this game takes place in the series, but I'm on the Apollo games at the moment. Also, hi. Well,
This game takes place a month after Trials and Tribulations.
and a couple weeks before a certain trial that you'll see in Apollo Justice.
A couple weeks before Phoenix's fateful trial.
Yep.
No more details on that, though.
Nope.
Just a fateful one. A fateful trial that happened.
Oh, here we go with the French terms, so please correct me if I'm wrong. Enchanté, as they say. Fender's the name, defending's the game. I'm a bit of an ace attorney.
Title drop!
You don't have enough blue on you.
Detective Dick Gumshoe.
And I'm Kay Faraday. Great feet. I'm, on sabbatical at the moment, though.
A great
Yeah,
thief? Wow, that's so romantic. Tragique, if you will.
No.
Trace chic.
Tragique.
Right? It's nice to finally meet someone who gets it.
I like how
These
Eddie
guys
Fender
suck.
is literally making carrot face.
I'm looking to expand the franchise, actually. I even made signing up super simple.
Sounds awesome. I'd love to come hang with you guys, if you'll have me.
Sorry, I should have also mentioned that it's girls only. And they have to be super fun and super cool and...
Hey, I totally get it. No hard feelings, yeah? Come on, bring it in.
He's the murderer. He's being too friendly. He's the murderer.
He did it. Here we go.
You've got to be kidding.
Time to accuse every single character the first time they appear on screen.
My bad. I'm just so used to how they do things elsewhere, you know?
And why are you here, Mr. Fender?
Whoops! Almost forgot this is your scene. Keeping the defense out, strategy number 1 in the Von Kummer playbook. After all, isn't it?
Hey, quit it with all the Von Karma stuff, pal. What gives?
Hold it!
Detective, calm your tits. His attitude is unfortunately understandable. Don't you?
It is?
Are you having trouble with your mic? I'm not sure if it's picking up the first attempt.
Hold on. Let me make sure that it didn't turn back on the...
Oh, and I think Legon's back.
I've been
Yeah.
back for a little bit.
All right, so you have control. Good sir.
Legon was gone.
He was. He told me to take over.
He was
Legon was
It's in his-
Legon.
It's in his name, after all. Legon.
I said the line.
He did. I take it that you are Mr. Knight's attorney?
Guilty as charged, Your Honor. Well, I was supposed to be, anyway.
Well, it could be worse. So he was planning to represent Knight if his client hadn't been murdered. He and I would have faced off against each other in court. I'd better see what he has to say for himself.
Oh, you gotta hit the % button. There we go. Huh? For me? You shouldn't have. Always wanted to rock one of these pawn my label. My lapel.
Lapel.
Blah, 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 blah. Thanks. You're a star.
Now I'm thinking about it, this guy also kind of reminds me of 80s, 90s era's Weird Al.
I can...
Yeah, I can see that
Yeah.
too. I never said I was giving it to you. Okay, so we've got Weird Al, we've got Michael Jackson, and we've got Danny Sexbang.
Inspirations everywhere for whoever the case designer is, or the...
Clearly, he's their weird love child.
What's that?
I'm just yanking your chain. I've already got a badge of my own, see?
You don't wear your attorney's badge.
Once in a blue moon. Goes nicely with my winter coat, as it happens. Guys gotta dress to impress, know what I mean?
Stop with the air quotes. God damn it.
Impress who exactly?
I'll leave that up to your imagination. Edgeworth. Miles, I should say.
Oh, right, trying to impress your boyfriend, Aaron Hansen. So the victim asked you to represent him.
Sure did. We were supposed to have a little chat today.
As was I. But a guard showed up instead and told us that his body had been found.
A body has been discovered.
Wrong franchise.
I'm as bummed about it as you. Even brought him some weenies to cheer him up. Cute little
And
weenies.
you're gonna eat these with chopsticks, aren't you?
Another thing they changed in the localization from, well, both the official version and the fan translation. The fan translation and the official version, he brings him a sushi roll. The fans translated it as a California roll.
But it's actually weenies now.
Yep.
Mr. Sexbang, you know you can't bring food into the prison.
What kind of last name is that?
Ask Danny Sexbang.
I don't know who that is.
You know who the Game Grumps are?
I know of them.
Alright, someone...
Danny Sexbang is one of them.
Oh, that's his actual last name?
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
a weird last name.
Hey man, I know people call this
He's
like Ocho Cinco and World of Peace. It happens.
I mean, he's also part of the music group Ninja Sex Party.
What?
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
Starbomb.
Chess, I think
that
you have
name
to...
isn't as funny.
That's true.
I think we should get Flair caught up after stream about all this. Or anyway. Heh. Oh yeah, well it's here now. Want some? Little advice I picked up on my travels. So Moorish.
The fuck does that mean?
Orange?
I have no idea what that means.
No, thank you.
Fine, you do you. What are you doing anyway? What are you doing here anyhow? Don't tell me you want to hear Nightside.
How are you not aware of the fact that I was the one who actually caught him in the first place?
Yeah, it wasn't
I
national
thought
news.
everyone knew about that story.
I'm trying to make a point here, Edgeworth. Von Karma was always more of a convicted offend at all costs guy. He didn't teach you that?
So your three things are putting air quotes around everything, speaking in random French terms, and also constantly comparing me to Von Karma. Great, got you. You're going to piss me right the fuck off today, aren't you? That was a long time ago.
If you say so. Sure you don't want any weenies?
You're the one who came from Weenie Hut Jr. No, thank you. Have you met with your client previously?
Yes, indeed, Your Honor. Just yesterday, in fact.
Every time you do air quotes, I'm going to stab you once more.
The Bronxer called me last... The Bronxer called me the minute he was arrested. Sounded really freaked out, man. Oh yeah, mention your little performance, too. According to him, you really made a nuisance of yourself.
And not a kind word was spoken, I'm sure. Well, sticks and stones and all that.
Boy, did he not like you. Trash talk you something fierce. Can't say it didn't join in the fun, though.
So how's that autopsy report coming? You updated it yet?
I swear, for the love of God. Fun? How dare you, Mr. Fender?
Lighten up, kid. I'm kind of a fixture in the visitor's room here. And I don't think I ever had that much of a gas.
Oh! So you come here a lot?
Hey! Don't go getting the wrong idea, little sis. I'm never on the wrong side of the bars.
Yet.
Shut up. Just happen to know someone who is. The visitors... The visitor's room is usually where I'm at, but this isn't exactly my first time in the clink either.
Why did you put the air quotes around that? That's not a time for air quotes. In which case, I'd better ask him what he knows about this room.
I'm just trying to lead you on, Edgeworth.
Tell me, what do you know about the scene of the crime? In as few air quotes as possible.
Huh? Oh, this room? No, dude. What do you know about it? I'll give you 3 choices.
Bloody hell, both French and the air quotes. At least you didn't throw in a comparison to me again. So, we have whips, chains, and leather straps. Is it a recreation room?
Whoa! I don't even know how you spent... Oh my god, they went there. Whoa! I don't even want to know how you spent your spare time, Edgeworth.
Have you met my half-sister?
I mean, I didn't know she rubbed off on you that much. I thought you were more than that blue-suited guy you keep talking about. Whatever, though.
My point is, my
Von Karma.
perspective of what a recreation room consists of is horribly skewed thanks to her.
I like how they sense this recreation room. But I guess there's plenty here you can play with if you use your imagination, props. Now, let's see what the answer key has to say, shall we? Oh no, you got it wrong. This is actually a workshop.
Gee, if only it actually said that on the actual
So that there
on
was
the
no
actual
correct
paperwork
answer.
that we happen to have, and if only we had actually made the comment that this was a workshop previously in the discussion.
I'm the best character in the game. I'm going to say that right now.
I am going to rip that goatee off of your face and shove it up your ass.
Next.
A little bit.
What happened?
So, all the options he gave me were wrong. How infantile.
The cons come here to perform various duties. They can learn new skills too. big some qualifications when they're back on the street.
I see. And how is access to this room controlled? Who has the key?
Chill out, Edgeworth. I don't have all the answers. My man over there probably does, though. Right, compadre?
Okay, that wasn't French at least.
Back to Caitlin.
Oh god!
Yes, sir. The workshops aren't locked with physical keys.
Okay, Lagon's back. Do we need to adjust the thing on... Nope, we're still good on the stream.
Yeah, it should be
Their
fine.
doors are fitted with sensors instead.
Discord was saying, "Oh no, we're not detecting any input from your microphone." Yeah, it's almost like it's muted.
What kind of sensors?
Inmates are issued with special bracelets, sir.
For some reason, I saw that and my first thought was a collar.
They look like they have a little face on them.
Yeah, they do.
That too.
Mm-hmm.
God, are
The
you
next
going to
iteration
read
should
your
have
line?
numbers.
I'm here. I'm sorry. I'm working on shit. When they when they walk through a workshop door, the sensor checks their bracelet. And if they're not supposed to be there, ding-a-ling-a-ling-ling, an alarm sounds. If they let it ring for too long, then they get a real shock, if you know what I mean. And if they try to break or move the bracelet, a shock 3 times worse than that.
Oh, you know what? This would be a perfect place to set up a nonary game.
Ha!
What?
Here we go.
What?
That's brutal.
I guess they need to ensure that the inmates follow the rules, but that sounds a bit excessive.
I like how he's like, they get a real shock, if you know what I mean. Yes, I mean, you mean an actual electrical shock.
No, I mean they'll blow up.
They wish to pass through a door like this one.
Only if they-
Prisoners need to be accompanied by a
mean-
guard.
They blow up only if they don't add up to 9, to be fair.
We disable the sensor for them and let them in.
You get all that?
Have any prisoners used this workshop today?
No, sir. No one's been here for days. I know if they had.
So no prisoners have entered, let alone used this workshop today. Which means... that there's a contradiction in this crime scene. Namely, there's something here that shouldn't be. I'll take another quick look over the crime scene and employ my powers of deduction to solve this mystery. It's the glove. The glove is what shouldn't be here.
Alright, here we go.
I must scour the scene and inspect blah blah blah.
Boo. Deduce. You gotta select that area first. Yep.
Who did we lose? There we go. Could this be related to the evidence somehow?
Why is my Discord just crashing?
Weird.
It hates you.
I don't know, maybe.
I assume select the door, since we selected the glove on the bottom. Prisoners
Yeah.
aren't able to come and go from this workshop as they please. The door sensor would detect their bracelets and the alarm would sound. What's more, according to the guard, no prisoners were authorized to be in this room at all today. And yet, here we have a rubber glove of the kind issued to inmates. This is a clear contradiction, one that obviously could not be solved by the fact that the glove may have come from a storage locker and taken by one of the guards who may have had a thing against Knight,
That's
thus
too
allowing the
simple,
guards
how
to go
dare
in
you.
without triggering the alarm. I see how this is all going.
No, that's impossible. We don't have any the guards don't have any names, so they can't be dead. They can't be it.
Yet. They don't have any names yet. Don't forget, we have yet to meet. We could still possibly meet a guard who has a name.
So where did the glove come from, sir?
I just said a storage locker. I don't know, Detective. Not yet, anyway, even though it is very obviously a storage locker. Or stolen from one of the prisoners' storage rooms, which, now
Why do
that
you
I
keep
think about it,
insisting that a
is
storage
probably
locker
more likely
exists?
because that is a much more complex and convoluted scheme, and these puzzles are all about ridiculously convoluted schemes that don't go with the easy answer. Of course it's going to be taken from one of the random cells, and we're going to have to talk to one of the prisoners, only to find out that that prisoner is going to be either ridiculously uncooperative, or else happen to conveniently be asleep at the time, while the guard sneaks past him after having slipped some sleeping pills into his steak during the mealtime.
That sounds like
how
whole.
you're inventing.
Are
I like
you
how you're
good,
inventing
Mr.
your own. You're
Are you
inventing your own
okay?
murder mystery to explain how this glove got here.
Edgeworth, that case was years
Tell
ago.
me that is not a possible way that it could go in one of these games.
Are you okay,
What was
Mr.
the name of the
Edgeworth?
third case in Ace Attorney 1?
Turnabout Samurai.
Turnabout Samurai was 3 years ago, Edgeworth. Get over it.
I will not.
Did you say the line at
Just
least?
because he was stabbed on the fence doesn't mean you need to let that haunt your head.
Really? And here I was still thinking about the whole drugging thing.
Yeah, that happened so that they could frame the other guy.
Sleeping pills in the steak. Gotta love
Oh,
it.
so are you implying that Mr. Knight here happened to just fall on whatever stabbed him to death, and then what? A ghost happened to carry him? Please, spirits are not a thing in this world, and they certainly do not possess little girls.
No comment.
Unless
Let's
Edwin
move
actually
on.
knows that that's a
Let's-
thing that happened.
I don't want to comment.
Does Edgeworth know that that's a thing that happens?
Yes.
By this point, he does.
But,
Okay then,
Yeah.
I retract my statement there. I'm sorry, I haven't played these games. All I know is the first game and watching someone happen to play through two of the first cases of the second game. That's all I know so far. My own knowledge is as amnesiatic as the first,
Oh my gosh.
case of the second game.
Edgeworth is just having
Breathe.
a rant of rants.
You're
Clip.
having a mental breakdown over this glove. Jesus Christ.
Say the line, damn it.
Edward
Having a
is-
culprit reveal level breakdown.
All right.
All I need now is for me to actually completely freak out.
Guys, I think that Mr. Edgeworth might be the culprit.
Okay, we are not going through that again. The moment we start on that route, we're going to have a fat guy with a long nose start talking about his babies.
Oh my god.
Ugh, don't make me bring him back.
His poor voice.
Anyway, has the line been read?
I don't think
The
so.
line had been said.
All I know for now is that the glove is a valuable piece of evidence, for reasons I have already explained.
Hooray!
Thank you.
We're done.
Hooray!
All we needed was that one line. And then we could have ended.
And here I thought I had a breakdown earlier today, being the culprit.
Oh God, how? Oh. Right then. Now that I've drunk from my hip flask, you, aside from prisoners and guards, who else has access to this room?
No one, sir. This is a prison after all. Prisoners and guards are pretty much all there is.
Mr. Fender?
Come on, don't play us like that, friend. We both know that's not true. You know as well as I do that prisoners and guards aren't the only ones who can come in here.
There's also prosecutors.
Huh? Oh,
And they're random
You mean But, sir, they're...
Mr. Sexbang, would you care to get to the point? Who exactly are you talking about?
What? What? You don't have a pair of peepers in that hard head of yours? You didn't see them on the way in? Wandering down the corridors, chilling with their buds. I bet if you moseyed on out of that door right now, you trip over one of them before you taking a step.
Listen, pal, we've just had Listen, pal, we've had just about enough of your baloney.
Take a chill pill, big guy. I'm on your side. You know, for such a wide fella, you have a very narrow mind.
What did you...
Only I can speak to him that way. Detective? Down. Now say your line. Speak.
Sorry, sir.
Good boy.
Look, just follow me, okay? Seeing is believing. Isn't that what they say?
Off with air quotes.
This is no ordinary slammer. Here, the humans share their space with some special friends.
Oh my fucking
God, look
god, what?
Pony!
Look at the
Look at
bunny.
the little babies!
Look at the bunny.
Little babies! Oh, they're so cute!
Look at his ears flapping.
Look at the little babies!
Okay, so
Best
we're
case in
going
the
to go
game.
through this one. We're going to go through this one at a time. So the bunny is clearly and very obviously a murderer.
Evil
What?
bunny.
Based on what?
The pony, in an effort to prove that friendship is magic, proceeded to imprison a couple people in the basement against their will.
You will
The
be
monkey
friends.
the monkey got involved in a big banana smuggling ring. The
cat is
was
just involved in a
in tax
kidnapping case.
evasion, and the pig, well, it knows what it did, and I am not going to get involved in that.
Hey, but have you considered? Look at the wiggly ears. Look at the bunny's wiggly
Look
ears.
at the little babies!
I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure that bunny murdered 3 people, all of them knights.
Only you would say that, Edgeworth.
Obviously, he also
The more the
murdered
ears
this
wiggle,
knight.
the more guilty he
I mean,
looks.
someone
That-
that cute.
Was that a Monty Python reference I heard?
Yes, it was. That rabbit's dynamite, damn it. He killed
Yes.
Gawain,
Look at
Ector,
the
and
little
Ball.
babies! The little babies!
I love
Animals.
that imagining all of that was said in character.
Yes.
Have you not noticed I have been speaking in character this whole time?
Yes.
I haven't broken character once.
Bravo. Bravo, Edgeworth.
So yes, that entire rant earlier was entirely in character.
If Edgeworth took the IQ pill and went even stronger. Didn't wait for the game to catch up. Yep. Furred and feather fellas of all shapes and sizes. Gar filled me on how it came about.
Feathered fellas, oh dear, Kay, you probably want to run.
Oh my
Seem-
gosh, it's furries!
Seems they decided to try a little experiment in animal therapy a few years back. The cons are assigned a critter each, a buddy to help to keep their spirits up.
Really? Wow. Look at the little babies! That sounds like so much fun!
I love them.
Plus,
I want one.
oh no. Plus,
Edgeworth, I want one.
No.
she'll probably go after the
You
cat
have
first.
gumshoe, that's good enough.
Well, I need to remind you what happened when I let you have a pet goldfish.
Don't remind me
lasted
about
6
Goldie.
minutes. It lasted 6 minutes.
I
Wow.
didn't do anything wrong.
6 minutes. You didn't do anything, and it still somehow ended up impaled on the TV antenna. I don't even have a TV.
Oh my god, this lore is amazing. Plus, inmates can even earn pet care qualifications if they go through some job training with the animals.
It's a pretty sweet deal.
Oh, that must be what all the My line is so slow to load. Oh, that must be what all the equipment in the workshop is for.
Yeah,
So it
certainly
is
much better
furry
than
business.
assigning the.
Yeah, like the bloody corpse. That's useful for an animal.
That's for the pig to eat. You got it.
No. Obviously, it was the rabbit who killed the knight. Like I said, it killed 3 other knights.
You got it. Room setup especially. Especially. Bleh. You got it. Room setup especially for that trading stuff.
I noticed the gas canisters. How are those connected to the animal care?
When they need to go to sleep.
Oh God! Gumshoe, say a line.
So, you said somebody else could have been at the scene of the crime.
Exactamundo, big guy. I was talking about these guys.
Oh, so the bunny did it. That just
That's
means
what I've
you're
been
still
saying.
talking baloney. What would an animal do with a rubber glove?
Okay, you do actually have a good point. For
Good.
once.
Good question. All I'm saying was that it was possible. The rest is Mr. Prosecutor's problem.
Mr. Edgeworth, sir, if you want me to arrest this piece of baloney, just say the word.
It's his favorite word.
It's pronounced Bologna.
Let me get this straight. Are you saying these animals can wander freely around the prison?
You know those sensors on those doors? On the doors? They detect the prisoner's bracelets and sound the alarm when somebody goes walkabout. Well, for our furry friends, it's the other way around. They're filled with microchips that open doors right up.
Yay! Furries have the run of the place.
Yeah.
They are? So I could go and be free?
Uh-huh. They're implanted just under the skin around the shoulders. Big needle, quick jab, and voila.
What? Doesn't it hurt?
Nope, they don't feel a thing. That's what they tell me, anyway. Now, where was I? Ah, right. So the point is, they're not the baddies here. So there's no reason to punish them.
I am very much going to arrest that rabbit. It's ironic, really. Here in this institution where the humans are caged, the animals are free to roam to their heart's content.
What can possibly go wrong?
Everything. Like a killer rabbit.
They're not completely free, though. They can't leave the prison proper, for one thing. No sensor on that big mother of a door out, you see. Ah.
Hmm? What's that tinkling sound?
Crunch. Gumshoe.
Sir?
He said the line.
And eat it!
Doggo! Look at the
I didn't realize
doggo.
I didn't realize DJ was joining us.
Just look at that thing. And is that a bell around its neck? That explains the sound, I suppose.
Time to endure staring contest.
Fragging's excited about the puppy.
The good little papa.
Oh, son of a bitch!
So does that mean Edgeworth won?
Mr. Edgeworth! Were you seriously trying to stare it down?
I refuse to lose to a dog.
Fuck!
Wow.
Come on!
Not for nothing, sir, but your dog handling skills could use some work. Leave it to a pro. I know how to treat them right. Come on now, come to Gummy.
Well, I suppose if anyone knows how to handle a dog, it would be another bitch.
Ignored.
Okay, bye.
Wow, you are
or
very
an
much
alpha
not a bitch,
wolf.
I have to admit.
Man, ignored by a dog.
That dog was certainly very different to the other animals. and it seemed to have a real thing against me, and only me.
Well, you're the only one that tried doing a staring contest with it.
Yeah,
So,
don't you know that making eye
it worked
contact
against
is
that
a sign of
gorilla.
aggression?
Yeah, it is. Alrighty then. You met the menagerie. What's next?
Is that a reference to the glass menagerie?
No, it's just a menagerie.
Yeah, but it's menagerie of animals.
Gumshoe?
That's what the glass menagerie is.
Yes, we
I
better
thought it was a
introduce the
general
witnesses,
menagerie.
right, sir?
Indeed, we need more information regarding what was happening around the time the body was found. Gumshoe?
Let's start with that guy. Hey, you, there in the cell.
Who's voicing this guy? Forget.
Let me double check.
Is
He
it
is
Bright?
voiced by. He is voiced by Bright.
All right. Well, I'm curious what voice you'll give this guy.
God, I gotta attack myself.
Yes, you do. Have fun.
Ignore it again.
Hello. We were wondering if you might be able to tell us anything about this morning's incident.
Is anyone else a little afraid of this guy?
He's a prisoner, a hardened criminal.
Heh,
Of course people would be scared of him.
heh, not a big talker, huh? It's alright, man. I'm on your side here. Let's start with a handshake, huh? Maybe a hug to break the ice?
He's going to shank you, and I'm not going to stop him.
Seconds out.
What's that supposed to mean?
Hey, I get it, man. Not everyone's the hugging type. I'm cool with that. Bear!
What the fuck?
This guy's a
Wow.
boxer.
That
Hardened
guy's got
boxer.
quite a bare chest.
Round one. 10 reps each.
What the fuck?
What, you ain't never seen a boxer with a polar bear cub on his chest?
I have seen boxers with bare chests, but not like that. Let alone any with balls attached to their hands. Usually the balls are swinging much lower.
I
Oh
was,
God.
you know, I'm just gonna say I was expecting, you know, in a prison I was expecting a Cody reference, you know, Street Fighter Cody reference. I was not expecting it like this.
I'd better see what he has to say for himself. Your name?
From the blue corner, it's Rocco D259 Carcerato.
What?
Don't mind if I keep moving to you, boss. Fighter can't let his heart rate drop, see?
Doesn't look like there's any danger of that. Don't you worry, you'll lose too much weight doing all that.
Gotta make weight before a fight, boss. Won't even make it into the ring if you don't. So you're... Wait, I get it. You gotta be a boxer, right? Was back in the day, but it's good to stay fighting fit. Leastways, that's how I see it.
So, is the bear part of your training too? Who the fuck let you have a polar bear cub, honestly? Like, this feels like an animal rights violation.
He wants to be there, trust me.
Of all
There-
the animals to give inmates, polar bear does not seem like the best choice.
This is Ace Attorney. Are you expecting it to not be nonsensical?
Looks kind of
look
like
at
an
his face.
apron.
Look at his face, though.
It's so cute. I love that little guy. Look at him, just a little baby.
Ain't nothing cute about Teddy. Kid's my partner. See, this here polar bear keeps me on my
No,
toes.
seriously, isn't he like overheating and dying here?
He seems to have loosened up a little. Now's my chance. Where were you and Teddy at the time of the incident? And if you don't give me an answer, I'm going to have to interrogate the bear. Please don't make me interrogate the bear. I don't need a repeat of the parrot incident.
Come
There's
on, boss.
animals
I
all over
ain't
this
no
prison, Edgeworth.
stoolie,
You don't want to question an animal?
and I don't know nothing nohow.
I will not. No, I'm not going to interrogate an animal. I won't stoop that low.
But-
Not as low
but
as
there's-
he did.
But there's animals all over this prison, Edgeworth. You think you can get out of here without questioning an animal? You think you can get out of
I
here without
am
questioning an animal,
certainly
Edgeworth?
going to try.
You think you can escape, Edgeworth?
least one.
You can't escape, Edgeworth. The furries are coming for you.
The furries already came for me, and I already managed to convince them to leave. Don't you
We're
remember the
coming
last
back, Edgeworth.
game? The furries came for me, and I had them take away an oak.
I'm on the horizon, Edgeworth.
Of course they came for you.
Yes, unfortunately,
Was the line red?
my heart's already taken. I'll be the judge of that. Please answer the question.
You punch drunk or something, boss? I told you, I don't know zip.
So he won't play ball.
Guess there's only one thing to do, huh, Mr. Edgeworth?
Right, break out the electric chair. Indeed, the more he protests his ignorance, the more certain I am that he's hiding something. All right, let's see exactly what you do and don't know, shall we, Mr. Carceretto? Carcerato? Wait, what is his name?
Rocky Carcerado, I think. Rocco.
Rocco Carcerato.
Carcerato. I don't quite see the name unless it's a pun on incarceration somehow.
It
It's
is.
incarceration, yes, that's the pun.
But how
Rocky,
does-
it's Rocky and incarceration.
but it's Rocco.
Yes.
Well, yeah, Rocco Incarcerato. Or Rocco Carcerato.
Then where's the incarcerato? Where's the
The
ins?
puns aren't always literally word for word.
Yeah, it's not Spirit of Justice.
The
Let's not
actual,
go
like-
there.
My point is they could have done better. Now, let us analyze the state of play.
Would you rather they've gone with the fan translated name? J.
one is
Elbird.
Yes. It was J. Aylbird. And the bear was Rocky.
I mean,
There was Rocky.
J. Elbird is pretty much about as good as Mr. Eddie Fender, so yes, I would rather that.
Eddie's my name,
In
and
the
Fender's my
translation-
game.
It's the theme of the puns.
In fan translation, his name was Raymond Shields.
Mm-hmm.
See, that one is worse.
Oof. People argue
You have the
over it.
exact opposite opinion. You have the exact opposite opinion of the fan base on that one.
Yeah, it's like,
Everyone.
I'm sorry, but I am supposed to be the prosecutor. Of course I'm the opposite of the fan base that cares about the other guy.
alright, so I got some stuff in the chat here. Arch Coffee Mancer says, if I went to prison, I'd want Animal Companion. And also suggesting a worse name. I'm a D Killer. Yes.
We already have a D-killer.
Shelly the Killer.
Alright.
Now, as
Line.
I said already, because I already read the line, let us analyze the state of play. He adopts a boxing stance when he's on high alert. My guess is that things won't go well if I push too hard at such moments. When my opponent is on the offensive, I should remain calm and bide my time. He's bound to reveal an opening eventually, which is when I'll pounce. Not like a cat. First, let's see if our friend here knows anything about the incident. I'll start by asking him about his movements. And bring this fight to an end before he knows what hit him. Although it should be obvious that his movements were around his cell. Where else would he be? Why don't you start by telling me what you've done today? You will answer me, Mr. Carcerato.
What? Oh, you want a shot at the champ, is that it? Put him up, pal!
I'd...
Prepare for a street right punch.
Thrown in the towel already? That's gotta be a record.
Also, pause. Hydrate from the Red Skull. Drink up, team.
Oh, hold on. I gotta pour more of my gallon of lemonade into my glass.
And secondly, another worse name from Arch Coffee Mancer, Victor Victum.
Wow.
I'd take that one.
I mean, I don't think anything could be worse than please, love, and understanding.
Peace, love, and understand is a great name. What are you talking about?
Shush. Or Dead Man. Deed Man.
No, what's
Dead
worse
man.
is
Dead Man.
what would be
Deed
worse.
Man is the absolute worst one.
A terrible one would also be Guilty Man.
Well, we also...
I do still remember the guy who was basically a red herring. It was like red something. Red some other kind of fish. I
Red
forget
White
exactly.
of Blue Court.
Yeah. Red,
No,
white, blue.
not
Guy's
him.
not a-
Someone else.
Can't remember.
It was in a different case.
In what game?
The last one we did it together. It was
Oh, you mean in Turn Out a Blaze?
I don't think so. If I remember right, it was someone who is I can't remember exactly, but I do remember there was like a guy who his pun was that it was a red herring. I can't remember who it was.
I
It
don't
had
think
to be
there's
one of
anybody like
these.
that in the last game.
I'd have to look it up. Fisticuffs is hardly my style, but I'm more than happy to take you on in a game of chess. Incidentally, don't you get tired ducking and diving like that all the time?
You think I don't got the stamina, kid? Oh, you just try me.
Hmm.
I ain't tired. Not today. Not ever. Especially not today. Took it real easy this morning. Had me some quiet cell time. Hardly broke a sweat.
Really? You look pretty sweaty to me.
Give me a break, will ya? I'm done talking, okay? I'm tired. Yeah. Real tired.
I thought you took it easy. You may have kept your boxing skills sharp, Mr. Carcerato, but I'm afraid your lying needs quite a bit of work. Tired? Really? I hardly think that's possible. Especially not after you just told me about your quiet cell time this morning.
Ugh. Gotta be careful here, Teddy. This guy lands. He lands.
Blew
Uh-oh.
up the observatory.
He's free now.
He's hiding something, I'm sure of it.
No, I think the real twist is that they gave him those on request. They didn't give... Those are not allowed.
I should try asking him about what was happening at the time of the incident, both in and out of his cell. Won't need to use my fists in this next round. No, I'll deliver this knockout using carefully chosen words alone. Did you notice anything strange around the time of the incident?
What do you mean, strange?
Haven't you noticed yet? You're backed into a corner here.
Get a load of this guy, Teddy. Thinks he's got the champ on the back foot. Guess I better knock some sense into him.
Festus, I should have picked my words more wisely. He tends to adopt a boxing stance. Okay. Do you remember what you were doing at the time of the incident?
I was, catching some Zeus. We both was.
The incident happened only a short while ago. You seem wide awake, all things considered.
Uh-oh.
Fighter's gotta be able to get quick. Fighter's gotta be able to get up quick when he's down. But he needs his beauty sleep too. Builds muscle.
Is that so? Well then, I apologize for waking you. I have read that rest is an important part of any boxer's training regime.
Or anyone in physical arts, really.
Oh yeah.
You don't say. So, Mr. Prosecutor savvy when it comes to the fight game, huh? Who knew?
Oh.
How do you know my profession?
Maybe because we flaunt it around constantly?
Interesting. How do you know I'm a prosecutor? I don't remember telling you.
Look at your fucking dress, bitch.
Have you seen how some of the prosecutors dress?
Yeah, I want the dominatrix.
You've been eavesdropping, haven't you? You've been listening to every word we said out here in the corridor. Which means you weren't asleep. And that you are lying. Again.
You're a good kid. Got me clean with that one. Alright, I admit it. I wasn't catching no Z's. But what? The guy can't work out in his cell no more without lawyers getting involved? Or is a man taking care of himself a crime now?
The fact that we now know he was awake is an important development. It could well prove to be a useful clue. What was it like?
Yep.
Okay, we've been through some of this. But, yeah.
Hey, get the heck out of the ring if you're not gonna fight.
I'll need to attack more if I'm to win.
Yeah, it's a little obtuse there, but I think you know what to do next time you go to the options.
Don't play dumb. Answer the question. Tell me what was going on around that time.
Wish I could help you, boss. But I was asleep. We both was.
Time to deploy my clue. Enough of your barefaced lies. See, I can make puns too. You weren't asleep, you were exercising. You told me as much yourself.
Oh, counterpunch, huh? Should have seen that one coming.
It seems I have you on the ropes, Mr. Carcerato. It's time to come clean about what you know.
Alright, alright. You don't gotta shout about it. Stomping around like you own the place. Teddy and his pals have been scared enough this morning already.
Already, you say? You've done well to endure this long, but I fear you'll soon be out for the count. You say the animals have been scared enough already, which implies something happened here earlier. Well, what was it, Mr. Carcerato?
Ah! Oh, quit it, will ya? I'm getting shellacked here. Fine. Somebody yelled, okay? Real loud, real scared. Got all the little guys scared too. Yeah, laugh it up, Mr. Big Shot Lawyer. Let me see you do the same thing in the ring.
Checkmate.
Do I look like I play chess, bitch?
I believe the
we've
term
now
you would be
established that
more
you-
appropriate to is TKO.
I think we've now established that you know more than you're letting on, don't you?
Fine, I'll talk.
I'm surprised nobody made a
You-
snitches get stitches joke.
You did it, Mr. Edgeworth. You kicked his ass at chess.
Let's not get carried away, Kay. Our work here has only just begun.
You need more chess?
Hold it. Hey, can we call a timeout here for a sec, guys? There's something super big I need to say.
I need to
I
use the
literally
bathroom.
just managed to get this guy to stop talking to me. Why are you already trying to stop me?
It's
You are very sus. I'm going to rip off that mustache and shove it down your throat.
Please don't. I work hard to get this mustache, you see, right here. It's just, well, it's like fate brought us here today after all these years, Edgeworth. And it's a real privilege watching how you work. Eye-opening stuff, in fact.
Oh no,
His,
now he's got
the clapping sound just sounds like one of those clapping sticks that you
now
just
he's-
swing back and forth.
Edgeworth is just accreting defense attorneys who want to jump him.
I'm already taken.
Just thought you should know I'll be telling you-know-who what you become.
Don't you fucking dare.
Try me.
Who know who?
Hey, if
You
you
know
value
who.
that key not ending up your ass, then you are not going to further this line of questioning.
Keen to get the lowdown, huh? Well,
That's enough. This has nothing to do with Kay.
whoa, don't have a cow, man. Why so sensitive?
Shut up, Bart. Report whatever you wish to whomever you wish, just do it on somebody else's time.
Whatever you say, boss man. But I think he should know, at least. You know, how you've been living your life since you signed on to doing things the Von Karma way? After all, you've disappointed him enough for one lifetime already. Am I right?
What's he talking about, Mr. Edgeworth?
I reiterate, key up ass. Nothing that need concern you, Kay. Our focus should be on Mr. Carcerato. Now can we get back on track here? Now shall we continue? It's time to hear the truth at last.
Enter cross-examination.
Heh, you won't land a glove on me, kid.
I was joking.
Said you were going to talk.
Nope. You're
I
right.
was joking. Wait, why did they let him out of his cell?
Good
Yeah.
question.
That's
Time
what-
for murder.
it's a little weird.
There was a show finished right around 10 a.m. Came back here after, did me some training. Leastways I tried to, barely got to the count of 2 before somebody screams, "What the? Ah!" Guy was hollering and howling, crying for help. But what can I do? I'm locked up in here, right? So I tunes it out, and I gets back to work.
I found it curious that you would pay so little heed to a desperate cry for help. Then again, I suppose you are in prison.
Like I say, boss, what can I do?
So, what are you in here for anyway?
Murder! Besides, this is the joint. Don't nobody thank nobody for getting involved into what ain't none of their concern.
You know, I'm almost disappointed that you're in here for something as simple as murder. I would have expected, in a game like this, I would have expected something more ridiculous, like jaywalking or tax evasion. Could have
No,
at least tried to make a joke about it.
No, the real crime is that he killed somebody in the ring that he wanted to rig the win on.
Wait, really?
I can see that. I hear you, brother. Best you could do is rubberneck from in there anyway, am I right?
You mentioned training, Mr. Carcerato. I can't help but notice how well equipped your cell is.
There's a guy, the Fixer, they call him.
Really? Do they call him that because he makes sure the animals aren't going to do anything too, dirty?
What's a fixer?
I just said what they are.
Fella who can get us hands on just about anything you need for a price.
No way. Oh, damn, Edgeworth. Let me say my line. We can go back for a bit. No way. Think he can find me a...
Perhaps, Mr. Carcerato, what you ought to ask for is a beginner's guide to giving better testimony. Because I can promise you that you'll be down for the count in one.
You put me down? Try it, you bum.
And what am I? Chopped liver?
Yes.
Alright.
Yes, you are, Mr. Sexbang.
Oh my gosh. What the Forge Gaming says howdy. Hi, What the Forge Gaming. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Enjoy the dub.
What kind of show was it exactly?
Depends on the day. They bring them in from outside, see? Singers, dancers, all kinds. Gives us cons a little something to look forward to.
Okay.
One day my line will load. It's so slow. Nice.
One day
that
her
sounds
prince
like
will
fun.
come.
Your blueprints.
And you went along to see today's show.
Sure I did. Can't miss a chance to get a glimpse of the outside world, now can I? Then it was over.
Right. What did this training involve?
Let's see now. Today was stamina and rhythm work, which means jump rope.
I'm just imagining
What was that?
that distant laughter is just like,
Did you hear that? He plays jump rope.
Oh my god.
What? In that tiny cell? How?
And what about Teddy? Isn't that dangerous for him?
nah,
I
he
mean,
just
other
goes in
than
the
fact
TV
that
every
he
time you
exists here
exercise.
At all?
Thank you, Persona 4.
Kid's no dummy. Second I get my rope up, he jumps on and holds on tight.
You jump rope with a polar bear clinging to your chest.
Yes.
No.
I told you, didn't I? We're partners. Besides, a little extra weight's good for me. Anyway, I started jumping rope.
Tell us more about the scream you heard, and did it happen to hear like... And did the voice happen to sound like Mr. Sexbang here?
It was the scream of a guy about to scream his last. And I should know.
Whoa there, good buddy. There's a time and place, you know?
So it was clearly audible.
Guy backed into a corner, fighting for his life. You ever hear something like that, boss? Well, I have. And yeah, it was clearly audible.
And that's all you heard. There was nothing else.
Nope. Nothing much, anyhow.
So there was something. What else did the victim say? You have to tell me.
Oh, I do, huh? Why don't you come on over here and I'll see if I can make you squeal like he did.
Whoa. Forgive the kid here. He doesn't know when to quit. Come on, Miles. Apologize to the good man.
He's out of his cell and everything.
This is clearly important, and yet he insists on remaining infuriatingly vague.
Look, friend. How about you let this slide? Please. For me.
So yeah, I heard the voice, like I said.
Alright.
You were able to concentrate on your training even after hearing all that screaming.
Look, if we was on the outside, maybe things would have been different. Maybe I'd have seen what I could do. But this ain't the outside. I can't go no place even if I want to.
And you didn't think to slip out from your cell to go sneak a peek?
Slipped out from his... I don't think anybody else would have thought of doing that except you, Kay. This is a prison. They're not
like-
allowed out.
If only this wasn't a prison.
Just pick the lock. No big deal.
Mr. Knight might have lived.
I somehow doubt it. Frankly speaking, there was no saving him.
What? But if somebody could have just gotten to him in time.
Mr. Carcerato is clearly lying. What I don't understand is why. Maybe it's the whole snitches get stitches thing. Let's see what I can uncover by pointing out the contradiction in his testimony. Oh! He couldn't really be screaming if he got stabbed in the throat.
Killed instantly.
Yeah, I'd present that. Are you listening carefully, Mr. Carcerato?
Huh? You trying to be cute or something?
The victim died from a wound to the throat, and very quickly at that. I know. I update the autopsy report regularly. He had neither the time nor the ability to scream as you claim he did. You say you heard the victim's cries, and yet that would have been impossible.
What the... There must have been a scream. He said there was.
He said there was.
Quit looking so smug, will ya? Fine. I admit it, I didn't hear nothing, alright? But the guy in the next cell did. He told me so.
The next cell. Oh my god, it's the parrot!
It is the pair on the left.
You mean the parrot? The parrot did it?
No.
Huh? What do you want? I heard a scream. What of it? We came back from the show and they put us in our cells, same as always.
Oh wow, he doesn't have motion blur, he just has smear frames.
He kind of looks like he's doing like the Agent Smith thing.
Then, just like I told this guy, I heard it. A scream. A real scary one.
Scary how, exactly?
Didn't tell him this part, I guess, but it was kind of like... Someone, anyone, come quickly, he's, something like that.
Well, I guess it's safe to say that probably wasn't the victim.
Indeed. Sounds more likely to have been the person who found his body.
We're getting there.
That explains it.
Look,
Are
nothing
you
will...
sure you're on the right internet, Katie?
Yeah, this
Yeah,
has
I
been a
switched
problem.
to the other one and it didn't work at all.
Probably the bad
Oh
night.
my god.
The thing
But, I
is,
mean,
is
this...
that I can
this-
hear all the audio is at the right tempo. It's just that the video is so behind it.
Well, right now I'm streaming at 1080p, 60 FPS from my Nitro. I don't know if I should lower the quality.
I have Nitro. I got the free week. Why is it so horrible?
So Mr. Carciato was telling the truth. More or less.
Carcerato, but okay.
Carcinato. Carcinogen.
Is that really the case, though? Are there really no problems now with his testimony?
Absolutely not. I am spotless. I am perfect.
I wonder.
Has it ever asked you this when the answer was no?
Very
I feel
few
like the
times.
answer- I think there has been, yes.
Very
There's
few
been
times.
a handful of times where the answer has been no. But it's
Is
very
this
rare.
one of those times?
And that's up to you to figure out.
Say what's more likely.
I'm afraid a new problem has reared its head. Namely, why didn't you hear the stream yourself, Mr. Carcerato?
Yeah, you're right next door.
Alright, I admit it, I'm deaf.
I read lips.
Yeah, what gives, pal? How come you didn't hear anything when your neighbor heard it clear as day? Ah! What, you think I did the crime or something, huh? From inside this here cell? Guy died over in the workshop, in case you forgot.
Did we ever mention that?
Well, yeah, it does seem a little weird now that you mention it.
He's right. Neither of us could have done it. Because let me tell you, if I get out of this here cage and murder somebody, you'd all be toast.
So you belong in there then?
Ain't that the truth? You bums ain't leaving this place in one piece if any of us can help it.
I almost forgot that these men are hardened criminals. Well, I won't be doing that again anytime soon.
I'm guessing this wasn't how you saw this going, Edgeworth.
I like how the animals have actually been moving around all over the place every time the scene changes.
It's a
Yeah,
nice detail.
They're wandering.
What's my next move here? I won't get much more out of them.
It's
at
not like
this
the
stage.
security
No,
thief in a
this
plane.
is unrealistic. The cat should be up at the pipes at this point.
Yeah.
Overruled.
Oh, here we go!
Oh
here she comes.
yeah!
Who's there?
Here she is!
It's time for the games. Very serious female character.
It's the best characters. They've come.
Order in the court.
Oh my.
Right.
Carcerado.
Who died and made you the boss of me, huh? Can't you see we're kinda busy here?
Hush now. Silence is golden.
It is?
Your hand, if you please. By the power vested in me, I hereby sentence you to blissful silence. Praise
She
be.
splits his throat.
Praise be. A simple life awaits you. No money, no possessions. May the goddess of justice watch over you, now and always.
All hail Tyr.
Guard, if you would.
Looks like you'll be spending the night in a solitary, buddy.
Right.
What? Come on, please, boss, any place but there!
There is no need to be afraid, my child. If anything, you should rejoice. This is a blessing, a chance to redeem yourself, to be reborn.
No!
Dragged away. Love it.
I love the little polar bear following him.
Oh, goddess of justice, please bless your child and keep him in your care. Oh, Holy One, we give thanks in your name.
We got a paladin of Tyr here, okay? And you are?
Verity Gravel, at your service.
Gavel,
Gavel.
as in
Okay,
gavel.
Gravel.
Also known
Verity
as.
Gravel, just at your service. It is my honor to bear the title of judge and to work at the pleasure of the law.
So how come we always have to deal with that old guy and never you?
I know, right?
Because she's too busy doing this in the prisons.
And what is a judge doing in a place like this?
Because she's actually an important character.
Since you ask, Mr. Edgeworth, I have been sent here to find you.
I also have to say, you have the most shapely chest on display of every female character I've seen so far.
I come bearing a message from the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence.
You're not gonna bring up
Really
BFA?
now?
Oh,
And it is my
BFA.
sacred duty to deliver it.
The cat ran up to Kay in the background.
The Committee for Prosecutional Excellence?
That's
Milo, I
nope.
need you to stop.
Prosecutorial excellence.
Prosecutorial excellence? What the fuck?
It's a mouthful, but yeah.
What the heck is that?
They changed name again. What was it? Flair, what was the name in the fan translation?
It was originally called the Prosecutorial Investigation Committee.
I like this better.
Oh, hello there.
So it's the CPE instead of the CIC.
It is first and foremost a name that should not be taken in vain, my child. For it is a sacred phrase from the goddess of justice herself.
Nani?
Why don't I fill you in, kiddo? The committee is a panel of 11 people whose job is to keep our beloved prosecutors honest.
Okay, why does that image happen to look like it comes out of some kind of dystopian law court?
Because that's the way how Shu Takumi envisioned it back when he wrote this game. It's sort of like a discussion and like semi-satire
It's
on the
supposed
Japanese.
to be.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be. Yeah, it's supposed to be a satire of the Japanese law, in Japanese court system.
Yeah.
Until Dual Destinies, where they kind of just dropped that.
Really? I thought I'd go over
Well,
the
it was
top of
kinda
that.
It was kind of dropped pretty much as soon as the first game was done.
Well, if it was ever brought back to any substantial effect, it was with Apollo Justice. But besides that, it's kind of just always been the same thing since the first
Yeah.
game.
Also, Verity Gavel, fan name, Justine Courtney. I think
Yep.
Flair and I agree Verity is better in this case.
Yeah,
Verity is
no,
a much
I
better
like
name.
Verity a lot. I like Verity Gavel.
Yeah. In other words, they make sure people like Edgeworth here don't cross the professional line. Ethics, baby, ethics.
The panel is comprised of people from both the legal and political professions. So, you know, the worst of society. A panel of which you are a member, I assume.
I am. Allow me to thank you on the committee's behalf for your service.
Thanks for coming to see us like this. Speaking for myself, it's a real honor to meet you. It's always great to hang with a judicial compadre. Come on, bring it in, chillax. We're all friends here.
Overruled. She's going to kill him.
Overruled, that's a new one.
Yep.
Need I remind you that the committee has a long-standing relationship with the Bar Association?
How many more times is he going to have to ask people for a hug before we can basically bring him to HR for sexual harassment charges?
I mean,
Never.
he is Eddie Fender. So, Fender.
What?
Ed offender?
Oh my
Is that what
god.
you're saying?
He's an offender.
Oh my god. Stop.
I'm
Stop.
offended.
Hey, I didn't mean anything by it. I was just trying to lighten the mood, okay?
Stop the air quotes!
His air quotes don't even make sense.
So,
Like he
your job is to find the bad prosecutors and to punish them? I have a
Precisely, my
baby that
child.
curled up on my lap.
Oh, it's so cute. Precisely, my child. Praise be to the goddess of justice for bestowing her gift of insight unto you.
And how
I'm
the
surprised she
hell?
didn't
Oh,
That's
you are
lost
going
her
to hate
initials.
when she says her profession.
So clearly, you suck at your job since you allowed Von Karma to get away with shit for so long.
Ooh, boo, pew, pew.
The committee has power to remove problematic prosecutors from cases.
I reiterate my statement.
And should a prosecutor truly unworthy of the title be brought to our attention, we are vested with the power to confiscate that prosecutor's badge.
Once again, my statement is reiterated.
And what does the Committee for Prosecutory whatever you said want with Mr. Edgeworth? We're in the middle of an investigation here.
Objection!
And here we go with this guy, the boy.
The
And
boy.
it's Flair's turn.
There
I
goes the boy.
have been looking forward to this for a while.
Hello, boy.
Okay, I want to hear the most flamboyant voice you got for this guy.
Let's go, Flair. I think it's Flair.
Yes, it is me.
Yes.
So flamboyant as fuck.
Yep. Whatever.
Pitiful. You really don't know, do you? What an ignoramus.
It's perfect. Yes.
I could go.
It's
I could
perfect.
go better.
Who are you, pal?
Oh God, I love his voice.
I could go more flamboyant.
Winner. Eustace Winner. Prosecutor extraordinaire.
Eh.
Why'd they do that to my boy?
I'm not trying to make him flamboyant.
What'd they do to my boy?
better, my dear.
No, he is a
No.
he is a babby.
He's a brat.
They massacred my boy.
He is 17 years old. I'm not going deep voiced flamboyant.
They
Listen, you do
massacred
what
my
you want. I can only
boy!
see him. I can only see him in a Pegasus voice, and I don't mean the Pegasus in our group.
Fair. All right. Also,
I
time
mean
out.
Maximilian.
Time out. Fan name for this because Kay was complaining about this earlier / overgrowth. Sebastian the Best. This has been hotly contested.
Massacred.
Oh.
Sebastian the Best.
Massacred my boy.
I love Sebastian's name. I do not approve Eustace Winner in my opinion, but whatever.
Sebastian the Best or Eustace Winner.
Mhm.
They're both
I have
horrible.
a meme that
They
I'll
are
send
both
after
horrible.
session.
What say you, Flair?
You know what? Actually, Eustace Winner has grown on me over
No!
time.
Betrayal. Fair enough, though.
Yes,
I
I
don't like
have
it.
no opinion.
I did not like it at first.
The best is the best.
Se- Sebastian de Best is still pretty good, but Eustace Winner, I don't hate it as much as I did. I'm fine
I
with it.
still hate it.
Anyway.
I hate both of them.
All right, Eustace.
Though you might know me as just the Winner, a name they call me down at the prosecutor's office.
I already want to take that rod and shove it right in your eye so
What
far
is-
that it ends
what
up
is
going
Edward,
right out your
violence. So violent.
This entire stream so far, you've literally all you're done is like, I want to take X item and shove it up. That's the only thing you've said.
Love it.
Don't forget about the rant.
Yes.
With great affection, I might add.
Every word you say just enrages me more. I have never heard of you.
And how about Detective Flatfoot over there?
Nope. Name means nothing to me.
Well, it's to be expected of an ignoramus, I suppose.
How dare you?
Ignorance is sweet.
Edgeworth, what does ignoramus mean?
Ignorance is sweet,
Oh,
as they
bloody
say. So I'm sure most things mean sweet nothings to you.
Shoma?
Ignorance is bliss, Winner, and I don't think sweet nothings means what you think it means.
Of course, Verity's going to defend
Well.
him.
It is entirely natural that you aren't yet acquainted. Eustace only joined us last month.
So he's nothing but a rookie? Why do I keep having to deal with rookies?
I'm not just any rookie, I'm a winning rookie.
It's the worst kind.
I understand that you're wearing blue, and I assume a constantly winning member of his legal profession, but but I have to say, you still irritate me
How
way
dare you
more than the
stand
other
where
one.
he stood?
At least I didn't want to punch him in the face.
Which he will prove himself to be in due time.
So you haven't won anything yet.
Now, let's cut to the chase. I'm here to clean up your mess, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, I thought I was... Okay. What do you mean? What mess? Like, you just got here, loser!
I fear I know exactly what he means. The committee sending an envoy with a new prosecutor in tow. I suspect I know what you're getting at, loser.
That's not my name, actually. It's a winner.
I don't
But
care.
I'm going to need a few more details.
Are you listening to me?
Would you mind
No.
explaining, Judge Gavel?
Oh no, he's deaf.
Very well. By the power vested in me by the goddess of justice, I hereby declare that, in the matter of the incident at the presidential address and the murder of Mr. Bronco Knight, the committee hereby decrees that Prosecutor Edgeworth be relieved of his duties and replaced by Prosecutor Winner. Here ends the verdict.
Huh.
What? Mr. Edgeworth is off the case just like that?
Judge Gavel, I believe I asked for an explanation.
You should know
No
we're
explanation is required. The guilty verdict is in.
We're
The
about at
goddess has
time. It's
spoken,
7.
and her judgment is final.
How much further is it to a save point?
Very close.
Like 5 minutes.
Okay. And what exactly have I done to warrant being taken off the case?
Come down, Mr. Edgeworth. Claiming ignorance of your crimes will not serve to lessen your guilt. You boarded the presidential plane, violating the principle of extraterritoriality, and while there, you performed an unsanctioned investigation and subjected a visiting foreign leader to questioning.
Right, that.
You were one wrong move away from causing a major international incident.
Yeah.
You vastly overstepped the authority of your office. To call it an abuse of power would be no understatement.
I don't deny that I may have pushed the boundaries where certain rules were concerned. But there is also no denying that certain risks must be taken if one is to arrive at the truth. I refuse to concede that my actions were inappropriate. Sorry, inappropriate. There were too many P's.
Then what you are saying is that the ends justify the means? That rules can be freely ignored? That is a very dangerous way of thinking.
Not for 7 years from now. Oops.
The law is absolute. It will not be bent to your whims.
Forgive me, but not all of us believe as you do. We are not all lawful stupid.
Is that so? How unfortunate. Still, it changes nothing. When a trial ends, the hammer falls.
Gavel.
Be you defendant or attorney, even if the verdict seems irrational, nothing more can be done. Nothing, that is. but to give thanks for the goddess of justice's divine grace.
Or to wait for a later trial that happens to bring it up again. Or an appeal, yes, that there is also an appeal.
Unless you wish to appeal, to do so would be to risk your badge, of course.
So they mean to take my badge if I don't play along.
Whoa! Tough break, Edgeworth.
I see you've accepted your fate. Good. Guards, if you would be so kind as to escort him out.
That was a misline by Gumshoe.
Yeah.
No, stop!
What are you doing, detective? I'm in charge here now, so you'll do as I say and move out of the way.
What? You're not the boss of me?
I got the conducting wand. Unluckily for you, Flatfoot, that's exactly what I am.
They're holding all the cards here. I don't stand a chance. Detective Gumshoe, do as Mr. Loser says.
That's still not my name.
Yes, but this time it's intentionally not your name.
When was it ever unintentional?
Gumshoe.
But, sir.
Judge Gavel?
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth.
The committee's decision is beyond irrational, so yes, I do plan to appeal. You haven't heard the last of this.
Duly noted. Until we meet again, then.
Let's go, Kay. We're leaving.
Right. Sorry, my line takes forever to load, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, and remember, you know who will be getting a full report on all of this.
I don't know who. Who?
Don't worry about it.
Yep.
Why is Gumshoe still there? He needs to leave too.
Yay, that's the full beginning section of this case done.
Gumshoe is under my control now. He's my partner button.
So next time it's a long... A long middle section begins.
That's not the title screen.
Alright, I'll take control.
Well, shoot.
Yeah.
Next day, I think. Alright, cool.
Yeah, next day.
Alright, guys, thank you so much. We're finally back. And we got through a good chunk. This is where I helped we end up today. So, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. We'll end the stream right here, and we'll be back next week as we continue more of the second case. Hope you're all enjoying it so far.
Doggo.
With what?
Be sure
The
to
ominously
join.
lit doggo.
Yes. Very
Be sure to
ominous.
join
Here.
us again next week for Ace Attorney Eustace Winter investigations.
No.
Yes, exactly here. Alright, so I'm going to rate Marvel Plays. They're doing some Elder Scrolls 4, the remake of Oblivion. If I can spell correctly, my goodness. There we go. Cool. Have a good night, everybody. See you next week. Hopefully I'll be less sick.
Good night.